Ready. I put on my
He's
podcast
fucking
mask.
ready.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Really quick. I did see something while I was sitting on the toilet. You ready for it? It's a news article. This is out of Jacksonville, Florida. It's pretty close to me. A 56-year-old man from Florida shot his doctor twice in the chest, close range, for giving him an orgasm during a prostate exam.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is the doctor dead?
Unfortunately, it seems like that man with the magic fingers has passed from this
No,
realm. Yeah.
I was about to make an appointment.
Yeah, he gifted that patient something beautiful, and then the patient he snatched his life away. It's fucked up.
Post-nut rage is common in some men, I've heard.
Post-nut rage. I can't imagine just that series of emotions of just coming and then immediately going like, there's violence that is about to happen.
Did he like go home and get a gun, or was he just like he like
Did he
came
quick
and
draw?
then just turned around? Bam, bam, bam.
Boom, boom. I bet you he went out to his car and thought about it for a while.
Yeah. I'm gotta prove I'm not gay by killing this man.
He's like, I can't leave this parking lot because that guy has friends. He probably sees them at the country club, like they both play golf or something together, and he's like, there's no way that's leaving that
Also,
room.
now, like, what a way to cement that happened to him.
Yeah, now everybody
he,
knows about it.
No one would have known if he just gone home and not fucking said anything.
Yeah,
and now he's like in the news. You saw it for man gets butt fingered and comes, and now he kills a guy. Like.
And was so conflicted by it, obviously.
Yeah,
like if he just came, he could be like, dude, like that's just what happens if they touch it right. You could make up that excuse or something.
Or if you had like strangled him to death right there or something, it would have been like, okay. But to get your gun, it's a little.
Yeah, that's how you know he loved it.
What are you afraid
the
of?
The fact that he reacted that harshly means
he got a phallic weapon. Yeah.
He absolutely fucking
made the guy suck on the barrel. Fucking shot him. Now you come. Now I'm gonna make you come to prove I'm not gay. Eat the guy's
It honestly
asshole.
reminds me of the end of American Beauty where that guy he kisses.
I've never seen it.
What? Really?
Yeah, so I don't watch Kevin Spacey movies.
This super homophobic guy kisses Kevin Spacey, and then Kevin Spacey's like, "I'm not gay," which is funny because it's Kevin Spacey. And then the guy's like, "Oh," and he like goes home, gets a gun, and comes back. He's like, "Nobody's allowed to know that I'm gay," and he shot him.
Oh,
it's just like such a weird ending.
Spoiler alert!
It comes out of nowhere in the movie. Are you eating a banana?
Yeah. But not in a gay way, I'm actually pretty hungry way. And I did a little working out earlier, so I deserve it.
Yeah, that's how you pack on the muscle.
Big.
I talked to Lettuce. Lettuce said after a workout, you're gonna want to eat one half of a banana.
I think I've got like an eating disorder or something. I don't know. I cannot eat a lot, but I also a fat little bitch. I don't understand. I'm excited about Vegas. I heard the food they've got some extravagant things.
Is Lettuce still going? Speaking of him, because you said like I have an eating disorder, and I immediately
thought of
Lettuce. I thought of Lettuce like at that restaurant where he was done. He had ran out of all of his goddamn protein powder and all of his weird little supplements.
And so
every time
alive,
every time somebody finished food, he was like, "Are you done with that? Like, pass that plate on down here." The guy ate like 10,000 calories in one sitting.
I really want him to meet my friend Will. Because I always call my friend the garbage disposal because he's done the same thing like our entire life. Like, I just fill up quick. Like, I can eat a lot throughout a day, but in one sitting, I can't really eat a big meal. My friend Will's always like, I give him the shit and he eats it all. It's incredible. And Lettuce is like, no, dude, I'll eat that guy under the table. Fuck it. I'll eat him. Like, I'll eat anything. And Will's got such a sleep. Like, you look at Lettuce, you're like, yeah, that guy can fucking eat. Like, that guy can probably eat, like, a ton of food. But Will's got, like, a sleeper build. Like, you'd underestimate him.
Oh, he's like those guys that enter, like the little Asian dudes that enter eating competitions. And they out-eat all the fat people. And then it's called it's a waistband theory or something like that. They don't have a lot of fat, and so they're able to eat more and expand. They don't have as much pressure.
Could be. I don't know the legit. I really don't get it scientifically, but he can just eat, like, a dozen eggs and a pack of bacon and all this shit. And I want to bring them. I'll buy my treat. I want to take them to have you ever heard of a Fogo de Chao? I think it's called or something.
I'm not cultured enough from that.
I've always,
for that.
I don't think it's like an all you can eat meat place that's always been like, if you're from Indiana and you know Indianapolis, it's like St. Elmo's Steakhouse. That's like where the rich people go. That's like where you want to go one day. And then they added a Fogo de Chao. I've never been to either, but I've always really wanted to go to Fogo de Chao. But it's like $75 a plate. And they just cut meat off and you just eat, you know, as much as you can.
Oh, yeah, we have that's called Golden Corral down here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like a fancy Golden Corral, I guess, with mainly meat-centric. Like meat sweats is what they're going to get. Yeah. But I would pay if I could take both them and just see who could eat more. And I would just watch. And it's not really like a fetish thing.
Well, you better hope Lettuce doesn't hear this because he will 100% track down this deal.
Oh yeah, Lettuce. Well, dude, my friend Will's the exact same way.
Yeah,
he's like
I'm going to Vegas
because
there's a guy that said that I could eat his unlimited meat over there.
He's like makes good money doing like consultant like shit that people go to college and they go do this job, and he still fucking like coupon hunts like a monster for Wendy's, and he is famous for he'll find exploits and coupons and then just eat at one fast food place for like 3 months, getting the if you spend $1 you get a free entree.
That's science, dude. He's like, I'm surprised he's still doing it.
He's
couponing
incredible
was
at
huge in like the mid to late 2000s, and then like they learned. Like I remember my mom would have this huge binder, and she would. There was like this place, Publix, that
Publix
they
is
would
so good.
They would take coupons from competing places. So if you had a Winn-Dixie coupon, they would take it at Publix. And my mom would like put together this goddamn like it was basically like a Magic the Gathering hand where it's like boom, she would lay down her coupons.
Pot of greed.
Yeah, and walk out.
More food.
Spending like $4 and get like $120 worth of groceries, and then they once they put all the other grocery stores out of business, they stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Or they've wisened up. They realize like we can't have coupons going that crazy.
I've seen those TV shows where people like have it planned out before they go, and then like sometimes they get money back and stuff. It's insane.
Yeah. My mom would go to the grocery store and then she would hunt down specific people at the cash registers. If she pulled in with her grocery cart and saw it was some young kid, she was like, that's the perfect one. Because the young kids that are the cashiers, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about protecting the corporate interests of Publix. They're not going to fight like my mom, she could bulldoze over them.
She's not doing anything wrong, right? I mean,
no, but if you have like a 40-year-old lady cashier, she'll be like, no, that's not going to work, But like a matronly figure like my mom could be like, you take the coupons or else they wouldn't have printed the coupons. Do it. Like she would bully them into it. And she just knew, she would look at people, she could read them. Can I bully this guy into giving me $150 worth of groceries for like nothing?
My friend once, we were at like Wendy's. He was running some big heist where he had to like he had like 15 emails signing up, getting this coupon or something, and the people in the drive-through line like started recognizing him. They're like, "How are you doing this? Like, how are you eating here so cheap?" Like the workers were blown away by the deals he was getting. And I'll never tell. Daddy's little secret. I know couponing is not really an exciting topic, but it was cool. There's one for Culver's where that it was supposed to expire like 4 years ago, but every time you got on the page, it refreshed to like 4 days after the current date. And he just used this one coupon for like 2 years to get like buy one, get one free. Yeah, he just would go on it. And the people I think the owner eventually like talked to him or something. It was like, well, this is not you're the only person that can do this in the fucking world. Like, what is going on? And just a great way to save during college, taking advantage of couponing.
There's kind of like this like rundown, gross little chicken place called Chubby's Chicken that was in town.
I bet that place is good though.
I talked about it before.
Boy, fucking chicken, yeah.
At Jeffy's Chicken, the fucking owner
Sounds
gave
like
me
a
like
cartoon chicken place, like where fat little fucks go. But
dude, this place was like it was like a phone booth with like fryers in every direction, and then they would just put a college kid in there who was It was so gross and unsanitary because he's just in this little room full of fryers, sweating his ass off in there. So like he's dripping all over your chicken as he gives it to you. But the owner gave me some coupons, just a fat stack of them, and I went through them quick, and I realized I could just like photocopy them. and like the kid that works at the place, he doesn't give a shit. Like he's he's already in hell.
To care about that.
Yeah, he doesn't care. So I'd just give him like a scrap of paper that just it just had barely legible. It wasn't even a good forever. Counterfeit. Yeah. It's like, give me chicken. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to fucking kill myself anyway. I'm the #1 employee at Chubby's Chicken. It's a fucking dead end job.
And, yeah, good stuff. Anyways, yeah, Vegas is exciting, dude. I'm looking right here on the other screen. I have 2 things pulled up.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top and Jeff Dunham, the still not canceled tour.
That's what it's called.
It's still not canceled. Nobody's going to cancel Jeff Dunham. What the fuck has he ever done?
It's just like, you can't cancel me. Or like, I've been canceled, but here I am. I don't know.
I don't think Jeff Dunham has ever done anything controversial.
He straight up has like racist puppets. Like,
he does.
He's got like a little terrorist puppet or something. Maybe that's racist
terrorist
to say.
Oh, what? It's not that
terrorist,
dude. There's nothing safer than having
Jeff Dunham. Post 9/11 terrorism dummy.
Yeah, post 9/11 ultra nationalist world. Having a goddamn dead terrorist ventriloquist.
I was just talking about this the other day with someone about.
No way.
I kind of want to get into. I want to be the next Jeff Dunham, but my puppets are even more racist.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point he's just kind of like. It'd probably be good for him to get canceled. Like if people started talking about him on Twitter.
Yeah.
When's the last time people in a big forum been talking about Jeff Dunham?
I'm looking at all of his...
Jeff Foxworthy, still a redneck tour, still not canceled.
On this Jeff Dunham thing, I'm looking at him and he's almost taking a back... No, he's old. He's almost taking a back seat to his little puppets. His puppets are lined up. And there's so many of them.
The star of the show.
And then he's kind of like sitting in the background, but he's got like a pickle. He's got like an old man.
You should start reversing it where the puppets control him, and he talks up there and says racist stuff. And the puppet
That's
moves.
When he has a stroke and he loses his ability to ventriloquist. He'll just be like, yeah, now look, their mouths are barely moving.
I guess that would just be him just talking.
Look, he can, but he's doing the voices of the
puppets, which he can do because he is them. So that would be awesome. But then no, he would just be doing his own voice because he's the puppet. He would just it would just be talking, I guess, with a puppet taped to your butt or something. Puppet hand going up your asshole entirely.
I'll write him a letter. I'm not going to buy a ticket to his stupid show.
Reverse ventriloquism. I'm sure someone's already done that.
He's getting up in age. If you ever have a stroke, here's your way out. You can simply become.
If he had a stroke, he'd be worse at doing that, right?
No, he wouldn't.
Puppets' mouths move.
No, he's the doll now, so he moves.
I know
but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do that. The doll just sits there and does nothing, and then
why would he
talks
need a
normally.
Stroke? For that
he wouldn't need a stroke. This is a.
Wouldn't it be worse if he had his stroke?
In case he has a stroke.
No, right now he'd be better with a stroke than if he were the doll.
So? Oh, why? Because his face would be like.
Because he right now doesn't move his face, and if he were the doll, he'd be like, "Hey, everybody, I'm the doll. Quit calling me dummy."
I guess. Do they move on his knee at all?
The puppets, they're like.
Yeah. Oh, they're animated? I didn't think they did all that shit.
What do you think happens? Everyone stands completely still? No one's mouths move.
I thought their heads just did this and like talked.
Well, I don't think they can like do a lot. I mean, they're puppets, but I think they like kind of like Muppet bounce around or something.
Yeah, there is one that is definitely stolen from the Muppets. I'm looking at it. It's purple.
Okay, goddamn it. Now I'm gonna Google Jeff Dunham. Let's get these searches going. This is episode fucking Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham's our favorite comic. I like the pickle. You know what's funny is my dad, like, he would reference Jeff Dunham stuff, and I had to act like I knew what the hell he was talking about. I'd be like, yeah, Dad, Jeff Dunham rocks.
I want to kill that little terrorist dummy too, Dad. Yeah. I hate those bastards for what they did. I remember
his tickets are only
Walter.
$49 though. I was very surprised that Carrot Top is like booked out 3 months. He's got shows almost like filled up for 3 months out.
Dude. Jose
Jeff Dunham's the same
Jalapeno
way.
is a jalapeno pepper on a stick who wears a small sombrero. He speaks with a thick Spanish accent. He's typically paired with Peanut. Peanut's the Muppet one. So wait, we
they
can't go to
they
Jeff
have a
Dunham,
rapport.
though?
They have a.
I don't know. I like there's one with big tits.
I don't see that one.
It's Diane.
Dude, sex sells. They don't have the tits
Wait,
right here.
Diane first appeared with Dunham in the 2010 film Dinner for Schmucks as Debbie. That movie sucks, and I'm not surprised Jeff Dunham's in it, debuting a puppet, but that's cool. Yeah, wait, I forgot. He's got... it's literally a terrorist. It's called Ahmed the Dead Terrorist.
Yeah.
It's this corpse of a suicide bomber. See, that's creativity, though, that like only the early 2000s could have really created. Oh, he's got one just called Little Jeff. That is Puppet's ventriloquist him. So he is kind of already doing it, but in puppet
he's
form.
already. Oh, nice.
Little ugly ass Jeff.
Wow.
I did see, he was in an episode of 30 Rock that was pretty funny. I feel like that's the funniest thing he's ever done, though. Can we wait? I'm sorry, I cut you off and then I just ignored everything you said.
Yeah.
He is open while we're there.
We went from immediately slamming him to like, all right, so showtimes, showtimes for Jeff Dunham. I'm looking
I don't
here
think he's funny, but I think dummies are funny, and naturally, I think ventriloquism's a funny art. I'd like to get into it.
We would have to hold on to this episode because if we have a public episode where we're going, yeah, we're gonna go heckle Jeff Dunham.
This is a patron.
A patron. One of them would narc on us so quick. They would probably email Jeff Dunham. These guys are planning.
Sam said.
Sam said he was gonna go heckle Jeff Dunham.
We're not
a
gonna,
month
dude.
from now.
If I don't have it in my body to heckle, I'd be too nervous of. Them like a puppet's gonna roast me after that, and then I'm gonna just end up on a TikTok.
The
or
worst
something.
the worst thing in the world is getting destroyed and heckled by a fucking pickle on a stick.
Yeah,
and the pickle has a microphone. The pickle has a microphone. There's no way I'm gonna win. He
My
talks
voice
louder
doesn't
than me.
carry. Yeah. There's a whole. Wait, this can't be a. No, it is. It's an animated movie called Ahmed Saves America.
What the hell? There's a whole
Their characters have movies.
Yeah. Never mind. This guy's a genius. He just made his own Marvel lineup and then making movies off of it.
Looks really good too.
I got
why make an animated?
I got a new doll. Let's premiere it on this Dinner for Schmucks movie. Like it's insane.
I mean, fuck it, yeah.
Just,
you know
it's
what?
like
Jeff Dunham.
He makes his own industry plans. He's like, I've made a new thing.
And then all the people watching Dinner for Schmucks probably love Jeff Dunham sets, and they're like, I'm excited for that one with the tits to show up.
I've changed my mind, to be honest, because a normal comic just has to be a comedian, and then this guy has to be a ventriloquist and a comedian. It's hard. I'm sure it's very difficult.
This one, Bubba J, I'm pretty sure is from the 30 Rock episode. Maybe not. He's got a lot of puppets. I wonder if some of them are just Ahmed Jr., just one-offs. He probably just one-offs puppets a lot. I mean, he's been doing this for like 20, 30 years. You'd hope he'd have more than 6 puppets in his coterie.
You think he ever put his dick in one of their mouths and manipulated the mouth up and down? I would have done that first day I was
the one with the big tits was made probably definitely to fuck. I mean,
he had that thing for 12 years before ever going like, oh, you want this for that new movie? Like,
you can talk too. Hey, what the hell? What the hell's ventriloquism? I just got a bunch of little tiny fuck dummies. And now I've got, oh my God, this is $1 million idea. I've already been making them talk just to have sex with me for foreplay, but you can tell jokes? What the fuck? I never thought about making this funny. I just have been doing really weird sex stuff with these. It's dead terrorist one.
Also, there's David Copperfield's gonna be. He's always there. But what's funny is
how are these people still alive, dude? How's no one killed these
they
fuckers?
used a picture of him from like 1993. There's no way he's this young still, dude. I remember
magic.
My brother had a picture of David Copperfield on his door to his bedroom. And for some reason, just me being an asshole, I took a blue Sharpie and I just drew all over David Copperfield's face. But it was like signed by David. And
fucker. I mean, that's bad. Yeah.
That's bad, dude. I'm really sorry about that, Zach. Yeah. By the way, he listens to these, and he was very upset that I put in that whole Tinder thing about him getting ghosted by Rain Man Woman.
I
yeah, sorry about
Tinder
that
moment where he really exposed himself and opened up, but no, that embarrassing, horrifying story that you wouldn't want told about you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you fucked up, and he loves David Copperfield, biggest fan.
Yeah, he probably
loves Jeff Denham too.
Yeah. This show is about bringing up my brother's interests and then immediately destroying them verbally for hours.
Yeah, did him a favor fucking up that poster, but did he get you back, or what's the?
Get me back. Every day that he was in high school, I would like wake up in the morning and he would be sifting through my fucking.
My life was hell.
He would be sifting through my goddamn piggy bank. I had like a jar with like. Coins that he would steal my quarters and shit so he could buy lunch. Yeah, he got me back. Yeah, it was hell living with him. He's a goddamn thief. Yeah. He's a fucking thief. If you're watching this, Zach, you're a fucking thief. I know what you did. Ever since then, dude, I've had this infatuation with like boxes with locks. I've always loved like being able to like I know it's so sad being able to like put stuff in like a little box and lock it away and like that
key for me, no one else.
And just because Zach would always go sifting through my shit trying to steal, and he's like, I don't know, it was like having my brother was like a day laborer. Like he would just constantly try to steal shit off the job site. Like he was just in my room constantly like taking stuff.
Your pockets, pulling those pockets out.
So I very early, we had a yard sale, and my dad had like a little cash box. Open it up, put cash in it, close it, and had like a little lock. And I was like, I need that, Dad. Give me that. And so I would put all my cash and stuff in there. And one time I went in there and like he didn't think I would know. Like the box was so fucked up. Where it is obvious he had just curb stomped it and smashed it into the ground and fucking stomped on it trying to get into it. And I'm like, do you think I would have seen this and thought somebody broke into the house and didn't steal anything else and just wreaked havoc on my goddamn lockbox? And then when I opened it, all my coins were in complete disarray because he had shaken the fucking box up so bad. Yeah, but ever since then, I've been all about hiding stuff. I got stuff, up in the attic in between the rafters.
I wouldn't say that here, but
it puts stuff underneath the insulation for those of you that are you're looking for hiding places.
Put something down the barrel of my shotgun. Put your finger in there and look down there. Bam. Yeah, I think that's a classic, like little kid locked having your own. Yours seems more like rooted in kind of a sad, like thief from trauma or something. But I love, having a little like thing that's your own. That's why they make all those cool little toys where you have to have a password or something. I remember my best friend had he had a little Superman safe, and his family, which just had cool stuff that was in it, like little, they had been to Europe and stuff. So little coins from other nations, currencies where I was unfamiliar with. And just a bunch of like random shit in there. But every time you'd put in the password and open it, like combination, it'd go like, and make a really loud noise and slowly open. And I tried to sneak in there a couple times and just like look at his coins. And so, you'd think by the fifth time I'd remember that it makes this horrifying screeching noise.
Was it like an automated screeching noise, or was it like the hinges were squeaky?
It was like it was like a bell. It was all mechanical. It wasn't electric or anything, but it was like a really intense bell ringing, and it's slowly just like really pleasant.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had anything that cool. Little box to keep my things safe. I did hide a Beanie Baby because my mom made me get rid of all my Beanie Babies once.
Okay.
And I really loved
You know
them.
what?
I kept a little tiger underneath my bed in the like struts of the bed, and then one day I looked and it was gone too. I don't know what happened to it, but missed that little fucker. It's a really cool little tiger.
You know what? I was I used to have an insane BB Baby collection as well.
Baby.
BB Baby.
They're called Beanie Babies.
Beanie Baby collection. And I just right now I got over my mom's death because I remember she sold all my goddamn Beanie Babies at a garage sale for like a quarter.
I just got my speech ready for the funeral. I want my Beanie Babies back, bitch.
Yeah. All this inheritance money is going towards Beanie Babies. I'm buying them now.
Probably cheaper now. It's a crazy thing. Yeah. No one knew.
You know what's funny is she collected for years these McCoy vases, and which were from a certain time period that apparently they're worth something. Or at the time, most of my childhood, she bought these things on eBay. I realize now that going back and like looking at the value, we're trying to sell off a lot of her shit. They're worth like the same or less what she bought them for in like 2003. So, which by the way, like a $90 vase in 2003, like $90 is a lot in 2003. Now $90 is like,
they're still worth like $90. So they've
technically reduced in value significantly, which is weird because it's a finite commodity, right? You would think there would be less and less of them, but I guess there's just less interest in dumbass ugly vases.
I gotta look. Yeah, I don't even know what these. I feel like I kind of know what you're talking about, but
it's
I'm
just,
also
if
just
you look
assuming.
up McCoy vase, it's just a fucking ugly blue little vase.
I've got some of these also.
She's got a lot of them
from that site that just came with like I'd want one piece from the pottery set, and then it'd come with just like filler pottery, and it looks like these.
Yeah, my mom's got china cabinets full of filler, what you would consider filler.
Damn, yeah, I did not know that that's what this was called, McCoy pottery. Yeah, I've got a couple of these little pieces of shit filler. What her life's work or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah,
they're
they
definitely
are
like.
ugly.
It's a good throwing vase.
It's something you practice a slingshot on or something.
Yep.
I don't know.
We'll line them up,
classic.
and I'll get my nephews a BB gun or something like that. We can go to
you
town
would get
on
more fun than the like $20 a pop or whatever you're getting from these on eBay.
Yeah.
I hate selling shit. It's such a pain in the ass. I can't imagine
selling stuff on eBay?
Selling a whole person's like all their shit.
Not only that,
sucks.
but like the way you use eBay is like, it's just you just get fucking just beat up on prices.
I don't like shipping things. I don't like mail. You know what's crazy? I just found the other day. I still have your Christmas card from like over a year ago, or no, it's from last Christmas, so it's not a year ago. But I have a Christmas card to you and Abby and the family. It's completely written out. I fucking like, yeah, I printed it. I created these cards. I've got one for Bizzle and Brian also just written out, and then I just found them like, oh, fuck, I never sent those. So I just send them next year. Yeah, I just changed the date on them or something. But yeah, I'm like, well, fuck, I was wondering why I never said thanks. Like, I guess I did not send these at all.
You might want to recheck the inside because it might say like, man, I can't wait to see what Die of Laughter is going to be like in the next couple of years.
I can't wait to see Die Laughter and your mom and all these. And I hope Brian's on that entire month of podcasts and whatever fucking month it is, October. It's September. Jesus Christ. Feels like October. The leaves are starting to change.
Dude, it's been fucking beautiful outside. It's been beautiful.
I know I'm like an adult because of the way my penis looks, but I feel it also in my body when, yeah, it's not good soft. Don't look at it soft. But if you see me at TwitchCon, I'm not going to be at a urinal anyway, but please don't look at my soft penis. But it's been so dry here for so long that my roommate and I, every day we look out the window and we're like, not a lot of rain. Like, pretty worried it's going to be like last year where everything just kind of dies all of a sudden. In Indiana, we're a tourist spot for some places, for some sad folks, to go and see the beautiful fall leaves and all this stuff.
Imagine being that person where Indiana's
the more I can appreciate it. It's like it's the southern France of the this part of Indiana. And it's not. It just sprinkled a little, and it's pretty this week, but everything's dying too quick. And I'm really worried we're just going to have that fucking ugly period. I mean, it happens every year. It's part of the season. But everything's going to die, and then there won't be snow. Like, we haven't had a good winter in a while, and it's just so fucking ugly out. And everything's dead, and it's just kind of dry, cold. And it makes me want to kill myself every year so bad. And I fucking hate it.
You know what's funny
fall,
is
I'm trying to enjoy the splendor.
A different view because, you know, I'm so much further south. As it starts to change, I go, here comes the good part of the year, baby.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
I can go outside. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go outside. You know what? It got down to like 75. And I was like, this is almost like regular inside. It's 91 right now, but it's just like regular inside temperature. So I was like, hey, let's have a fire, you know? And did I tell this story last time? No, there's no way.
I don't think so. I wouldn't remember anyway, so only the
like
audience remembers.
I felt like fucking Captain America, dude. I was like, I need to go chop some lumber. And I went out there to the lumber pile, and I set up my log. And, yeah, I was like, oh, I haven't worked out in like a month.
You should have recorded it.
I should have. And I fucking perfect axe swing. Dude, obliterated this log. It went soaring off, boom, in two different directions. And, yeah, and I was like, I still got it, baby. I fucking got it. Like, and then I realized I picked up the log.
The driest wood. It's got dry rot or something.
Yeah, no, it had been eaten by termites. And then when I hit it, it had just fucking crumbled into nothing. But it looked like if you were like a quarter mile away looking at me through binoculars, tear it apart. I felt like a fucking beast for like 4 seconds. Yeah, it was really cool. And then the second one I went to go do, and I got winded before I even got it cracked in half. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
you pulled back the axe and fell backwards from the weight of it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Actually,
sorry, go on.
Before we move on, there's a lot of log splitting that I have to do. And so I am going to buy
automatic log splitter.
No.
Like one of those.
Wrangler Star keeps recommending these Grand Force Brooks splitting axes, and I'm going to buy one, and that thing better fucking work. He promised. He said, guaranteed, you will never break a bead of sweat using this thing. So as long as I don't even get winded, he's not a liar. But I'm gonna buy one of these things. I'm gonna give it a heartfelt review. And
well, yeah, you should.
Whether or not he knows what the hell he's talking about.
We can have him back on the podcast, and if you hate
scream
it,
at him.
Yeah,
scream at him for 2 hours.
To his fucking face, yeah. And I beg for your money back.
Yeah, my arms hurt, my back hurts.
It's 100 degrees out. I was sweating. What the hell?
This
thing was like an AC. I'm not supposed to sweat when I.
It's way too hot when I'm holding this axe.
I'm sweating. Dude, smell my crank right now. Smell my fucking shaft. One of the best days of my childhood is when we got one of those, like, you press it, what are they called? Just automatic log splitter? Or it's like, it's got some sort of mechanisms in it.
Those things are so cool, but like they just look like something that would destroy a child if they got near it. So I'm like, I don't want to ever get one of those near my kids.
Well, it's because fall is, like I said, pretty big in it. And yeah, and like people come from places where they don't got fireplace. So they just burn wood like 24/7. So every fucking summer, it's like, get the wood ready for these fuckers. And what are you typing?
The time so we can remove what you just said, some of it.
I feel like I've said this a million times, but yeah, okay. So we had to chop a lot of wood because my family loves wood. And we love beavers.
We're wood people.
And stuff. We're wood people. And we've got all these fireplaces. And that fucking mechanism, I mean, you still got to load it and unload it and then split it in smaller, but it's so fucking cool. It just how, with such ease, it can just split these massive logs.
Do you sweat?
It's truly powerful. No.
No?
Well, also, dude, this is, one of the joys, too, of moving out was like, I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. And now, though, my mom just called me yesterday, I'm a bum now. It is what it is. I'm just I'm a loser. I don't want to go back there and move all this shit. She called me, wakes me up, so I'm already like, what? She's like, I need you for an entire day to come here and move furniture. I was like, no. I was like, what? No. And she's like, Samuel, you need to come here and help. I'm like, do you expect me to be excited? Like, I'll do it, but do you expect me to sound like, yippee? Like, I move furniture all day. Like, when do I start? And I'm like, I've it cut too deep. You know, you just say something to a parent, and it's like, this is why I moved out. Like, I hate living there. Like, I don't want to move this stuff because I know in a month it's in the wrong spot and it's got to be moved again. And I just made things horrible. And now it's like, now I got to move all this shit, and she's gonna be mad at me still when I move it. I just have to learn to be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Like, yeah, okay, mom, yeah, I'll fucking move this shit. But I saw when I got this Big Kenny gumball machine, she got this thing from Big Kenny, the same estate sale. It's like, it's one of the biggest pieces of continuous furniture I've ever seen in my life. When I look at it, it's like, this is how fucking big was Big Kenny? Is that why his name's Big Kenny? Is this guy like 15 feet tall?
I've seen a picture of him. He's not that big, dude.
It's like a dresser or something. It's hollowed out. You know, I don't even know what you put in it. But I shit you not, it's like 15 feet tall. Or like, I actually have really bad scale. How tall am I? Like 8 feet? It's probably like 12 feet tall. It's huge. It's bigger than two of me. And we have to move that. I'm like, I don't even, like, what am I? Some sort of superhero? Because I'm just a boy, you know, basically. I'm a man. But I'm not a strong guy. In this piece of furniture, I don't even know how they got it in the house. Basically, what I'm getting at is I'm scared. I'm scared of Big Kenny's furniture, and I'm curious how big this dude was.
Let me tell you, I'm looking at his house right now. Big Kenny, goddamn, what do you do for a living?
How tall were those ceilings in that fucking? I bet they were fucking huge.
Huge, dude. Okay, first of all, the name of his house is Chateau d'Amour. So he has like a name for his house, which that's how you know it's big.
I've got a painting upstairs, I think, that says that exactly. What is that, like House of My Heart or House of My Love or something?
But he's got, I'm looking in this place, and yeah, he's definitely got just big ass tall ceilings and stuff.
All his hats were huge too, have like feathers and stuff coming out of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just immediately thought of that piece of furniture, and I'm like, that's not just like like there's a decent chance it just kills me.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work out lately too, but really the main workout I do, you know what I'd be good at? Swinging an axe. I'd love to get an axe around because I've got one of those weighted maces, and I catch myself sometimes in the mirror when I hit a certain, like, right there. Like, this area looks like fucking huge.
Oh, you got the
look
lats?
Good from the yeah. I bet I look good from the back. From the front, it's just awful looking. Like, it just doesn't look good. But from the back, I probably look awesome, and I bet I could swing an axe really well. You know what's funny?
There's a guy on YouTube that's all he does.
Is it the hot dude that's like, oh fuck, he like spit like the overly sexual axe cutter? Or is it no?
No, it's a dude he's like a big Viking guy, and he always plays that like totally dog shit Viking music where it's just like dudes yelling. And yeah, basically. Yeah. And he has like a big metal ball on a stick, and he just goes like, oh yeah, oh, and he like swings it around, and he's fucking huge. He looks like a power lifter. And people are like, I need to get me one of those. I'm like, you think he got that ripped by swinging a fucking ball on a stick? There's no way. This guy's
basically why I have one is because my friend Reggie came over and he's just fucking stacked. And he's like, yeah, my forearm's only this big because of this thing. I'm like, sure.
All right.
He goes to the gym like 3 times a day. Yeah, but I've been swinging that thing around for 3 months.
With just a stick, ball on a stick.
I like the environment. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely seems a lot more fun than.
I can't do like I need to get better at like just pure calisthenic stuff, but it's so boring. Like I used to try to just like, okay, every day I'm going to do this many push-ups, and now I've fallen off, and now push-ups are hard again, and it's like I don't want to go through that. I don't want to be. Now, who likes to do a couple push-ups and be like, it sucks. I hate
for the
progressing.
Audience.
Yeah,
you called me earlier while I was working out, but I stopped working out when my mom went in the hospital initially. And so it's been like a month or maybe a little bit more since I last worked out. And I've been getting back into it, and it is so fucking demoralizing to go lift weights, and you realize like I have to start basically 40 pounds, lower than what I was lifting with ease last time. And I'm sitting there just benching like a pathetic like 180, just like
It's real
and
pathetic.
crying under the weights, and it sucks because you're basically just struggling with something that was relatively easy before,
Like reading a book now or doing simple math.
Actually, my grandfather had a stroke, and I found a notebook of his going through his bedside table drawer where it was him writing after his stroke, trying to get his handwriting back. And it's like the most frustrating thing to, like, imagine trying to write and you realize you don't have the articulation in your fingers anymore, And he's just sitting there writing like the same sentence over and over. He was trying to get his signature down. So he was just writing his name over and over again for like days and days, trying to get his goddamn writing back. But what's funny is I was like, man, he never recovered. And then I found his signature from like 1952, and his signature sucked back then. So it's not like he was trying to regain like calligraphy level. He went from like barely legible to just like caveman writing capabilities, and was trying to claw his way back to barely legible.
People with like calligraphy skills are so impressed. One of my friends, she comes from like, her family's all like, old money or some shit. They're all fancy, and they write all these handwritten notes, and it's like every single word they write is fancier than my life signature, what I've built up to here. And my handwriting's always been so small and shit. Like I write so tiny, I don't know why. And I write like so, I can hardly read my own shit back. I have a book. No, I don't. A book of passwords, not underneath my desk. And I like really struggle to read the passwords I've written down half the time. And so it's basically fucking pointless book. But like, my handwriting is so horrible. And now doing this job for a couple of years, baseline was horrible. And now when I try to write, I tried to keep a journal for a while. I'm like, this is fucking pathetic. And my hand hurts after like 3 sentences. I'm like, I'm cramping. I don't know when the last time I've written
journal. Let's go back to that journal thing.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
I tried journaling, and it's I'll get on there, and of course, like what you're writing is very relevant to like what's happening that day. And sometimes I would keep a journal, and then I would open it, and I'd be like, this is like, I would just read what I had written the day prior. And I was like, I don't like that. I would just tear out the page.
Oh, well.
Like I don't know. I had like I was like, I don't want anybody to ever read this, and I would just tear out the fucking page.
Well,
on
I
it.
don't want anyone to ever read. I know. I've been worried before. Like, what if I got in a car crash and my roommate goes through all my stuff, and he sees like out of curiosity, you'd have to look inside these books. I've got like 5 journals over here. Like I would look through them.
Yeah,
and some of them like, this guy's a fucking loser. Like I should probably start. I should start fake journaling where I'm like, my day fucking rocked. I had sex with a chick, and I made her fucking shit come.
Those are the pages. Those are the pages I keep. Is when I'm being very positive. But some days I get on there and it's just, I feel like I fill up the page and then I should just tear it out and burn it. I should just fill it up and then burn it.
I mean, that's enough. I think just the act of
writing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bizzle told me he does that. He's like, I've written letters to people, and then I'll write the entire letter, put it in an envelope, and then just burn the fucker. And I'm like, that's like so. I don't know. That just seems like something that like a British lord would do, angrily to toss it in the fireplace.
Something one of Jeff Dunham's puppets would do.
Yeah, I always ask myself before I do something. I say, is this something?
Would Ahmed the dead terrorist do this, or would he?
I was trying to remember the pickle guy. I was like, the racist pickle on a stick.
Pickle. He's a jalapeno. Okay, of course he's jalapeno if he's racist. Yeah, he's a pickle with a thick Indian accent.
Close that thing. You're just all you're doing is reading about your past failures, and you're gonna get
some
depressed.
of them are. I mean, I am proud because a lot of it is like at the end of everyone, it's like, okay, bitch, when are you gonna start work? Someone's gonna scan one of these back pages I flipped through. Blur out everything. Cut this out. This doesn't exist. But a lot of it's like, you need to start working out, Summer. You need to do this. And I have
it's like motivation for yourself?
Well, it's not really motivation. It's like more like you need to really start doing some more shit, or else you're just gonna fucking fade away and your body will, expire. But then, yeah, I just rereading it didn't ultimately put me in a good mood. A lot of it's
Yeah.
just like, I don't know what I feel. Who am I? What is this? What is this rock? This crazy marble?
Journals are very much to dump. You do not ingest.
Yeah.
You do not read a journal.
It's not good. You know, it's not a light
if
table read.
If you're cracking open a journal to read, you better have a goddamn glass of scotch with you or something.
I should put it on the back of my toilet for guests to read. When they come over, they just, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This is gross. It's oddly horny, too. This is gross stuff. And then there's just a lot about my taxes in there for some reason. That seemed to weigh on my mind pretty heavy for most of the year.
Dude, if you're in the YouTuber or streamer racket, you need to definitely... It's really funny talking to people in like January. From January to like April, it's nothing but, you'll talk to any streamer and then eventually conversation will shift towards taxes and the panic sets in. The conversation always takes a downturn.
It's a good way to kill a mood. Yeah.
Their demeanor shifts.
I just paid mine, and now it's like they were like, you really need to pay your predicted taxes also for at least the first quarter, second quarter. I can't afford it, so I'm not going to. And now my friend just the other day, and I was bitching. So I'm like, you guys didn't invite me last time you went on a trip. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, what the hell? We used to go on these hiking trips. And now they're like, okay, let's do one next week then, and you'll fucking go, and all this. And now it's like, whoa, man, I didn't really want to go that bad. I was more
That's
just
a little
complaining.
bit soon.
Yeah, it's kind of fast turnaround because he's also just a much more efficient person. Yeah. He's already like Venmo requested me and picked out a place, and it's in like a week, and then TwitchCon's the week after, and now Amid wants to go earlier. And I was going to stay longer because
you guys are going to be so fucked up by the time
we're going to be in Vegas now for a week instead of 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, you're going to be dead by the time I get there.
I'm going to, I'm looking at relaxing, low cost fun in Vegas is what I'm going to be doing for the first couple days.
Yeah, Vegas known for its low cost attraction.
Hanging out outside.
Jeff
of
Dunham's only $50.
Dude, honestly, how long do you think that I could take up a day? A whole Jeff Dunham show? Is that?
I don't know.
Hours,
does he bring the whole lineup out? I wonder if he brings out one doll and it's not doing well, does he just angrily chuck it and pull out a different one? Like,
boo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll win the crowd back with this different person.
An entire Jeff Dunham set. So, does he walk off stage too, or does someone bring him a new puppet, or? Does he just have a bag full of puppets?
They have like a little box or something that they put him in.
Changing rooms for each of the puppets.
How many extras do you think he has? Like if we snuck in and stole his box of ventriloquist dolls.
They're probably insured. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like, does he just cancel the show, or does he go out there and pretend? Does he do that?
I bet people wouldn't even give a shit. They're probably so checked out. I'm fucking Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, dude,
they haven't canceled me yet, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" Liberals,
how have they not canceled me? I'm on the bleeding edge of controversial opinions.
Draws little racist eyes on a hand. It's just like the old days.
I got a rice hat on my hand.
Oh, everyone goes fucking crazy. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm very excited, but Amid is not like the cheapest guy. I feel like he's going to be wanting to. I mean, he's just a full-on gambling addict, so I mean, there's no getting around that. There's no getting around. And I'm probably a borderline alcoholic, so there's going to be some debauchery. I'm curious to see when other our online friends show up. I think everyone will probably be getting there around when you do.
Yeah. So
the first couple of days, it's just Amid and I exploring.
You guys are just going to be warming up those hotel rooms or whatever. Did you extend the stay, or where the hell you stay? Are you changing hotel rooms?
We're going to be in a Motel 8 for the first couple of days now or something.
And then you're going to move up to
Because, now this place will feel like goddamn luxury.
Yeah. Are you gonna hit up any whores? You guys going to go to the Bunny Ranch or anything?
How does that work there? They're just... You can just have sex with whores, or
I think you can just have sex with anybody as long as you throw a $20 bill on their unconscious body when you're finished. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and take what I said for fact
I probably
and have fun.
Will not be banging any Vegas whores for both financial and just personal reasons.
Yeah, I think that's a smart
And
move.
I will once again, if we actually go to TwitchCon or anything, I will be admiring all the hot partnered streamers from afar and never daring to talk to them. So
Yeah.
I'd honestly be shocked if I spoke to a woman that entire week.
Well, they're so fucking
Group we
scary. I wouldn't dare talk to them either.
It's truly horrifying. I mean,
Yeah.
they just know how to see right through me. They can read a creep from a mile away, dude. Yeah, truly.
It's probably
I
because
guess
I
Brian's
post all
girlfriend
your
will be
journal
there.
pages on Twitter, and they all see what you write about them.
Oh, my sweet, sweet, sweet Amaranth. No, I do. Honestly, most of the time, like, if we at Creator Clash or whatever, it's like, if I was at a bar, no, I probably still wouldn't talk to a girl that hot. But, you know, if I was really drunk at a bar, maybe. But all these people, they're just so much more successful and popular than me. And
Oh, they have a platform. Yeah.
get it like every day from 1,000 people. That
Well,
don't look
not
like
not
an
only that, but
old-timey
like if
pervert,
you
and it's
make
like,
yourself look like an asshole, then they turn around and go like, "Hey, chat."
yeah,
they
I'm
have like
actually
3,000
live right
viewers.
now. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
I
fucking
mean,
creep came up to me.
I'm so afraid of failure and embarrassment already. It's like,
Well, it'd be
that's just
different
the
if
pinnacle
it-
of women of trying to, you know,
It's not
what could
spread
go
in
wrong.
the public forum afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I don't
Really.
try anything except for being annoying. I'm perfectly fine with that being spread around online. I don't care.
well, people
That's-
already know that about you, so
Yeah,
it's not
that's
like a
a
big
pretty
shock.
That's a self-advertised thing.
But everyone thinks I'm like this awesome ladies man. So then a clip goes around of me, you know, completely floundering.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, what? It's like you find out Jeff Dunham isn't racist or something. You know, you go, oh, this is not.
Yeah, if he's just like a nice guy that's
Yeah.
nowhere near being canceled,
Yeah,
that would
like his store indicates.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I mean, we're just gonna stay in our circle the entire time, probably. I'm excited to see California group. They're always a blast. Apparently, someone came in my chat the other day and said Wubby was talking shit about me. I don't even care. You know, I'm not gonna feed into any of this. Something about my clothes or something, whatever. Doesn't even bother me. Don't even care. You'll probably see your best friend Charborg, you know, hang out with them. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That's like really the only
Wait,
people we
Wubby
know.
was talking shit about your
I have no idea.
sense
Some
of
guy.
style or something? Didn't he like just walk around in like anime button-ups and shit all day? Like what the
It's probably, listen, this is why you can't believe Chad. It's probably him actually being like, that guy looks really good when he tries. And most of
Yeah.
the time, you know, he's just not. But when he tries, he looks really good. I mean, they took the entire NASCAR jacket thing from us, so they have to admire our style
I
in
didn't,
a
I
way.
didn't have any part of that.
Not you, us as in really me, but
Yeah.
I'll let Omid or whatever, Devin, feel like they were part of that.
Yeah. Back on that banana.
Dude, sorry, it's a really big banana. It's taking like 2 hours to eat. Well, just a bite at a time.
Yeah, it's like my kids, dude. They'll take like a bite off a banana, leave it just like on the carpet or something. Dog hair will get stuck to it, and then they'll find it later and be like, "Oh yeah, banana."
There's
fucking gross.
certainly dog hair on it just from its, you know, there's, I mean, every part of my life is covered in pip hair. It's, you would think too in winter, oh, that's when they stop shedding. Nope. Not a corgi. I guess they just shed fucking forever. I think I need to take them to a groomer and get a proper, de-shedding, where they just fuck them up.
Shearing.
Shearing. No.
Yeah,
ugh.
shearing. They take those the sheep shears to them.
See, the thing is, though, I found, because I also thought about that before, like, what if I just shaved him fucking bald or something?
Yeah, we got the Manscaped sponsor. Get that bald trimmer. And go to town on them.
Yeah, the bald trimmer. But the problem is, I Googled it, and dogs that are double coated, if they're bald, they would get hotter somehow because it helps them regulate heat and stuff. I don't know.
There's
Basically,
no making them happy, is there?
yeah, no, it threw him out of whack. Oh, I think he's happy now because he doesn't give a shit about the hair everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I literally, when I wake up in the morning, I put on my contacts almost every fucking time. There's somehow hair in my contact case.
Wait, shaving them makes them hotter.
It does. You can't shave them. Like, it's not healthy for them or something. somehow the double coat actually keeps them cool, you know?
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, we're not dog scientists, but you just have to trust them or do your own research, chat, which we always suggest doing your own research.
No, I don't say that. I say everything I say is fact and follow me, especially my financial advice.
I learned most of my shit from Twitter, and then I just believe it. So why would I do my own research when someone else has already done it for me? I really don't get it. Hello there.
Dude, I am absolutely baffled as to how Cyberpunk was able to take basically this game that was so overhyped. They deliver it in such a shitty mess. Then they come out with one of the most mid goddamn shows I've ever seen in my life. People love it for some reason. It makes the game popular again. Now they came out with a DLC and it's like, it's very positive. Like, they've 100% just gotten back their audience somehow. I mean, I don't know if the DLC is good because I haven't played it, but like that game was just so bad. I didn't even finish it.
I even liked the anime, but I didn't finish it. But yeah, my friend has been talking about this goddamn update forever. I see we're now in the video game portion of the podcast.
Yes, we talk about the video games.
And we'll get to jerking off afterwards, of course.
Well, we started with that, with the prostate thing.
No, I've got some more jerk off questions for later.
Okay.
But yeah, I honestly, I think even if the game was, apparently it's fixed, you know, and apparently the DLC is good and all this stuff. I just have a hard time beating single player games like that anymore anyway. And it just feels so like too late for me, for my interest to be re-engaged in it.
Dude, what the fuck you been feeding Pip or Pee-Pee or whatever his name is?
Milk. Pip. Dude, yeah, Pip. He's getting ready for winter.
Huge, dude. What the hell?
We're literally bulking.
He's bulking hard.
He's 4 pounds overweight. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. It must mostly be for
2 pounds. Dude, what did I tell you about the fucking? He's like 90. If I shaved him too, he'd look probably still fat, but he'd look weird. I've been thinking about that a lot lately because his head would look so tiny. I really want to shave him. I want to shave him completely bald. Anyway, enough of that. Sorry about
Idris Elba's in this DLC.
The trailer? Oh, is he actually in the game?
It looks like he's a guy that's in the game, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for people that are really excited about the game and are playing. I might try it at some point again. I just didn't even, when they apparently fixed it most of the way, like a year ago or whatever, I tried playing it, and it was, I don't know. I also don't want to do the beginning of the game for a third time.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I don't want to play it right now.
Yeah. I get that.
I don't want to fucking start over. And I don't remember where I was.
You know, while playing Starfield, I really wish that game was about 75% smaller. And then they put just more time and effort into making better worlds. That's
what I said. One planet called Pangea. Perfect world.
Maybe not
never
one planet, but like
no space at all.
Like 20 planets that they put some time and effort into. That would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I've fallen off that too. I just have a hard time beating a single player game because my attention span. Because TikTok and other things. So it's I will beat Starfield. Have you beat it? I see you playing it a lot.
I have not beat it. I'm barely into it. Problem is, I don't know what's happened to my longevity. I guess I wake up early in the morning and I start working. I get stuff done, and then after the kids get home, like I used to, when I would put them to bed at 9, I would come back down here until 12 and work.
Yeah, we used to game together.
That's when we would record podcasts. I haven't even been on Discord to talk to anybody in forever.
I haven't been able to do a podcast drunk, dear viewer, in like a month.
Yeah, it's really 2 p.m. right now. No, it's 3:38.
You know how early this is for me? But sorry, go on.
He called me like an hour before we did. He's like, "We still doing it today?" All right, I'll order breakfast. I was like, dude, it's like 1. It's like 1 p.m.
Honestly, there's poison in my body or something like slow.
Now by 9 o'clock, I wait for the kids to go to bed, so I'm watching like Curb, and I start nodding off. Like I'm so tired. By 10 p.m., I'm just wiped out. And we had so many episodes for so many months in a row where I'm just like very much on the edge of falling asleep. Like I've lost
we wouldn't actually start till like 9:30 or 40 every time.
And then it would be like well past 12 when we were still going. I just, God, what happened to me? Where's my energy gone?
You'd be nonverbal at the end of like every episode.
So tired. But yeah, I don't know what's happened. So when you see me on, honestly, I'll tell you right now what's happening. I'm in like right outside New Atlantis. I sat there and ran pretty far outside the bounds of that big city, and I collected some garbage that I need. I don't know why I need it. I just need it. Okay, it's shit that I stole, like what are those things called? The succulents and some bottles, exotic bottles that are worth like $600. I just have like a bunch of just weird shit that weighs a lot.
Collection,
yeah, all that stuff, and I have so much that I'm like overburdened.
My Beanie Babies.
I'm overburdened by like 45 pounds, and I was like, I'll just give.
So fucking annoying.
I'll give some to the little guy, my little adoring fan. He's filled up. He's filled up all the way with all the other stolen liquor and stuff, and so now I'm probably about a 30-minute run from New Atlantis, and I'm over encumbered, and I'm all out of that drug that makes you run good. And so I get on and I run for about like 5 minutes, and then I sit there and watch YouTube and go like, I'm tired. All right, I'll go to bed. So I'm on it technically, but I'm not really doing a whole lot.
Sounds horrible. I mean, no part of that sounds fun, but
it's been 3 nights of me just running back to town with over encumbered. And so Starfield kind of it wore thin on me a little bit. I'm really hoping that the mods kind of make it more better.
Yeah, I already have some that are nice, but yeah, really all I want to beat is Baldur's Gate 3, and then I've been playing Titanfall 2 like every day because they fixed the servers, and I never really played it back in the day.
Yeah,
but I like a nice fast-paced shooter, and it feels so good. It's just I'm just kicking ass at it too. It's reminiscent of when I played a lot of Splitgate, another FPS I was just really good at. It's kind of like that, and that's really all I fucking do at night is just play one of those two games. I just bought the new Mortal Kombat. I guess I'm gonna refund it. It was just a total like I was so bored and lonely one night. I tried it out. I used to play a lot of like Deception and what were they called? Armageddon or the original Xbox ones. And this is probably like a Mortal Kombat hot take. I'm sure you have like no fucking opinions about Mortal Kombat. I don't like how much the X-ray shit is so. It's like every fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Skyrim and it's like you shot an arrow. Let's do like a kill cam for it. I'm not playing Sniper Elite. You don't have to do that every time.
Pip, shut your fat little ass. Like half the fights
you gave me sass after that.
Yeah, I'm always very fucking sassy. Like half the fights are just like slow motion rib break, and it's the same animation if you use the same character every time. And I don't know, I feel like a boomer or something, but I'm like, that's too much. Like, wait, it's like whatever happened to just fighting some, you know? I'm in a cutscene half the fight. Also, I suck. So that's another big reason I'm not enjoying it. I was always bad at Mortal Kombat, but I used to, I knew how to play it. I'm not good at fighting games traditionally. I just haven't played a lot of them, but that style is always what I'm memorizing, like down, right, down, left, X. Just memorizing the patterns, I'm so fucking bad at. I was way better at Smash or Soul Calibur or something, but
here's a hot take, not even about Mortal Kombat, but fighting games should be in bigger. General. Well, yeah, I think we did kind of reach kind of a high point in fighting games with Soul Calibur.
More Chun-Li girls, but
with Ivy.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying you jerked off to that. So.
Yeah, a bunch. Like,
well, we're the jerk off / video games section of the podcast.
Yeah, this is the we're at the segue point.
Yeah,
the good middle ground. Yeah. No, fighting games, like I used to play a lot of Clay Fighters when I was a kid, and then of course Mortal Kombat was big. I never really was a Street Fighter guy, but even like Smash Brothers and stuff, it's like it's those games, that genre is not quite enough for me to think that they need to make more and more games for it, if that makes sense. Like there's like the fighting game genre, the 2D fighter, like the side view fighting games. It's just like, has there been enough innovation for them to need to make one every couple years? Like you don't see them coming out with arena shooters every other fucking year because the genre's like they don't have anything to add to it. It's not worth adding anything.
Also, dear viewer, if any of you have ever played Tao Feng, I just Googled it and I already forgot what it's called. Like the Iron Lotus or Enter the Fist or something. Crazy fighting game, original Xbox. But yeah, I agree. I know what you mean, like not enough changes, or they should be making bigger changes. My problem is that fighting games are dominated by such a specific type of autist that they're just so fucking good at them. And it's all they play, like the Bryans of the world and stuff. They're just really good at fighting games.
Like the cabinet at an arcade thing where they have like where the controls are. Brian has like that plate, like it's a big fucking flat gamepad with joysticks and buttons on it.
He's got that in his brain.
And he bought that thing, and so did Kalar, and I think so did Steve. So
they're all the same type of
the same type of gamer.
Guy. Yeah. Really good at fighting games.
They would pull that shit out, and you'd hear that goddamn joystick and those buttons just tick, 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 so fucking loud as they were playing. I think it was Street Fighter that they were getting really into.
No type of game makes me more angry at because it's such an annoying place to be. Is like super competitive, but also not good at stuff.
Yeah,
which is kind of where I fall, and especially with fighting games.
That's why we need to play Nidhogg. Have you played that?
Yeah, this little sword game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fighting game, but it's like ultimately you just get one poke.
It's kind of like Bowman or something. Yeah,
you get one poke and then you win. There's nothing wrong with that.
I did take fencing in college, so
I took fencing as a kid too. So
I wasn't a kid; I was a fucking man when I took it. So
I won every time because my arms were long.
I won because I cheated. I sharpened my blade.
My instructor made sure to tell me, he's like, the other guy is way better than you. You just have long arms, so it's like a hack.
Don't get a big head about this.
Yeah,
don't bring this up on a podcast 20 years from now, okay? You little fat fuck.
But I won a bunch just because the reach. I had the reach on this kid.
Like Nidhogg.
Yep.
But yeah, like we had to stop playing them in my college apartment because we would just. It's like gets too personal, and we get genuinely mad at each other in real life when we play them. And then we had one of our roommates, God bless him, love him to death. He's just that type of autistic, where he just play. He was so fucking good, and he would like come up from the basement and be like, "You guys playing?" We're like, no, like, we're actually about to hop off. And he'd always play Solid Snake on fucking Smash Bros. And just fucking kick our ass to the point where I'm like.
What's the point? Why even play?
You've been my friend since we were like 10. Like, I kind of want to kill you. I kind of wish you would die. Like, it's just such an aggressive, heated rage I get from those kinds of games. It's my thinly veiled rage just really creeps out. And then,
I'd like to think I'm not like an ultra competitive person, but if you're that much better than somebody, why go full like no breaks? Ass kick mode on someone isn't that good.
It's because
you're just ruining their time.
You're just ruining each other, even if you know you're gonna lose. So then it's like, no mercy is given.
Okay,
I'm not saying like I didn't deserve a lot what came to me in those games. I was being an asshole, but then it's like, well, now you really made me an asshole after this. Okay, now I'm gonna do something horrible to you. Yeah. Oh God.
Knock over a drink?
I can't go one day of my fucking life without knocking over a drink on this keyboard. It's nice ass keyboard. Fuck me.
Mine has like you can see where liquids have dried as they've pooled out from underneath the keys.
So gross. And I just flipped it upside down. Fucking 3 keys just came off my keyboard because I'm also breaking this thing over time.
This is so gross. My last one, I took off all the keys to give it a cleaning. Because I was like, hey, it's been so long. I should treat this thing good. There was no way I could get off all that gunk and shit. Like I gave up and just bought a new keyboard. Even after taking all the keys off and giving it a scrub, I put all the keys back on, and it was still like, it was like sticky to the touch. Like I had done nothing but agitate all the grossness and spread it around more evenly. And I was like,
I'm
you
about
know,
at that point. Yeah, I'm getting there. I went to a Micro Center for the first time the other day, and I was like, what if I just... Except this keyboard was expensive as fuck, so, like, I really shouldn't. But, I mean, now, look, I'm cleaning it with my fucking pants and with a sock. Like, I don't deserve a new keyboard. I just should. I deserve to spend more money and fucking waste it by the way I've treated this thing. Have you been to a Micro Center?
they don't have that shit here. We don't have Micro Centers.
They just opened one up, and everyone's been talking about it like it's the fucking, like, mecca. Like, we gotta go to Micro Center. It is pretty cool.
That's so funny because everybody left going, like all the tech stores just died off because of Amazon and stuff. And then now when a new brick and mortar store opens up, it's like, oh my God, they actually have products in the store. We need to go there. It's
novel.
it's such a weird concept.
Well, also they give you a free mug when you leave, even if you don't buy anything. You don't even have to buy something to get the free mug, and it's a nice mug. It's a genuinely nice mug.
Really?
Yeah, nicer than your fucking mugs. Dude.
So they just give away hundreds of these a day?
Yeah, dude, there's just a huge stack, and there's a security guard. I'm like, can I have one? I didn't buy anything. They're like, take two. I didn't, but, you know, I could have, and that's I really appreciated that. Jesus Christ, sorry, dude. This keyboard is so... I'm going to have to buy a new one. This is so fucking gross. I don't even know if it works anymore, to be honest. I talk with my hands too much. But I have a friend that's just like me with money, and us going to a Micro Center together, I had my first real bout of, like, fiscal responsibility. Because he's like, well, I just got my credit card limit raised, so... why don't I buy a 4070 Ti and like blah, blah. And I was, I looked at the monitors. I'm like, holy shit, OLED. Like I really need an OLED monitor. And then, if I get an OLED monitor, why not get like a 4090 Ti? Or they don't even have Ti's, but 4090. Whatever. He ended up buying a new graphics card. And I was there. I was so fucking close to buying a new monitor, but I just bought my taxes. I just paid my taxes. But taxes don't get you shit, dude. These roads fucking suck out here. And my friend, my like adult friend, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a week. I'm going to think about it. He's like, I'm very proud of you, Sam. That's a very big choice. And his roommate's the one that bought the 4070, and he looks so fucking disgusted at our friend. And I'm like, you know what? I need to be a more adult person.
You could also consider it a business expense.
Well, then when I got home, my friend's like, can't you write that shit off? And I'm like, I actually don't know that works.
Listen to Omid. Omid has his like business card, and he acts like writing it off means like you never have to pay for it.
Okay, because when I got home, my friend was like, yeah, dude, just write it, like new graphics card, new monitor, new like flame screen in the back. Yeah, he's like, write it off. I'm like, I'm not that much of an adult. Doesn't that just give you a percentage, or do you get the entirety of that amount taken off your taxes? And we thought about it for like 10 minutes, and I tried to Google it, but we were pretty out of our minds, and I still don't know. So it's good that this came up because I'm genuinely curious.
I don't know either, but the way
how does no one know that?
No, I think what it is you don't get like you can deduct it from your taxes, so you don't like.
So it is like you're getting
it's not
it for
free. I don't think it's like
way?
In a way, I guess maybe sort of. I think you get like a percentage of
That's
that.
What I'm figuring.
Yeah, but like, it's just funny how Omid just is like this thing's getting.
Omid is probably the
he acts like it's like free. He's like it's free. It's a business
probably
trip.
Spend a lot less in taxes with the pure amount of shit he writes off.
Oh, by the way, you know how like the mafia when like the boss wants to get a person killed, he'll be at like a breakfast place and he'll get a picture of him taken with like the newspaper and stuff as an alibi. Like, look at me, I was here during the time. I didn't know that,
but that's smart. Yeah.
Which is so suspect. It's like, well, actually, I have an alibi. Here's a picture of me holding that day's newspaper. And there's like 5 friends to corroborate my story. We need to definitely take some pictures like that in Vegas because they're going to have, the IRS is going to have some questions about some of my business expenses there.
Yeah.
They'd be like...
So you saw Jeff Dunham 5 times for business?
Yeah, for business.
Well, once you see him once, you realize it's not enough. So
yeah. How is this relevant to your business? Well, I was there with my colleagues.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you paid.
And I paid. Yeah, I paid. So
I paid.
And same thing with all those, like casino costs, all that stuff. You can write all that off, right? Because I'm out there. If they can write off a golf course country club fee or whatever, because it's technically a business expense because you're having a business meeting on the golf course, then you should be able to write off some casino charges. Because I'm there with my colleagues, we're wheeling and dealing.
I need a fucking accountant so bad. I need someone to tell me how this works.
At the craps table, we need to shoot a video of us going like, oh, so like next month you want to have like Told and Stone on, and then it's like boom, business conversation.
Hot dice.
That's what we need to do for sure.
I don't even know how craps works, but I think you want snake eyes. Should we? Yeah, we should do like a podcast there or something.
No, I'm not packing that shit. I packed that shit last time.
Well, and then you got so fucking high you couldn't even stop sucking on.
Actually, we do have our own hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do. I might have the new iPhone by then. Tax write-off, maybe. I don't know. So we could record it on iPhone.
We need to have my grandma on as a guest, and then maybe I can have her her assisted living facility. I could have that as a business expense.
You should do the funeral live stream.
Boom, business expense.
Catering, bam, business expense.
I'll do a little mukbang at my mom's funeral. Boom, business expense.
Eat 100 Wendy's, 5 for $5 bags or whatever. Yeah, I really don't get how it all works. Omid really does make, every time I talk to him, he's like, you can write off you can write off the air you breathe.
It's so simple.
Like,
it can't be that simple, dude.
I don't know how it works, man. Like, clearly this year, after seeing how much I owed in taxes, I'm like, okay, I need to figure it out. I need to understand what the fuck, how this works. But I still don't know if I can go to that Micro Center and guilt-free buy that monitor or not, because it looks good, man. I mean, I want it.
If it makes you feel any better, my monitor, this one, it's been just like delaminating or something, and there's all sorts of burn-ins on it, and it's been fucked up since like 3 weeks after I bought it, and I've had it now for probably 2 years. So you can deal with fucked up shit. And, I have a 4090 sitting in this closet.
You make substantially more money. You should just buy a new fucking monitor, dude. What the fuck? Wait, that graphics card's still not in your computer?
No, I can't get it to work. Do you want it?
Yes. Fuck, I almost dropped 2 racks on one the other day. A couple bands.
It was a business expense, and it can still remain a business expense because I'm giving it
to an underling.
An employee.
Are you genuinely not going to use it?
I can't figure it out. And
please send that to me if it's gonna sit there forever. If you genuinely, should try to figure it out.
I have tried, and I can't wrap my head around it. You know what? I'm very close to just shipping Stalt out. Stalt, come to my house, because he's foaming at the mouth. He's so pissed off. He's like, you have it sitting in that fucking closet, and you're not putting it in your computer.
Dude, I remember you talking about this a long ass time ago.
I can't figure it out. It's hard.
I even brought you up at Micro Center. I'm like, yeah, Sam's got one of these. Like, pretty sweet. Like, he games so well. He's not even fucking using it.
I'm not using it.
God. Bring it to TwitchCon. Yeah, bring it on the plane.
It's huge, dude. No, I'll get charged. I'll get charged extra.
You would need to really.
It's heavy. It's big.
I know they are fun. Yeah. I mean, 3080 Ti is huge, but I saw those ones. I'm like, wait, what color is it?
I don't know.
What if it goes against my build?
It will. Yeah, your computer is very
it's orange.
Dude, your computer is so aesthetic, and like mine, I gave up on the aesthetic PC look, and I either get a black case with no windows or anything, with no lights because the lights piss me off, or this one used to be good looking in 2018, and then I've since just yanked parts off of it. There's panels missing on it. It's got different fans and everything. The front doesn't close anymore for some reason, and I've rearranged the whole inside. The whole thing, it's just a goddamn horror
spider
show.
living in it. Cobwebs everywhere.
There's a lot of just like missing pieces going on here. And which
Christ.
It's not running the way it should, and it's so loud.
Your whole life,
I even made a video about the fucking fans, because like my PC was so loud you could always hear it in the background. And so I spent all this money getting these like silent fans that look like shit. They're brown. I forget what they're called. And but they're ugly, but they're just known for being incredibly quiet.
Yeah.
And I installed them all. My computer's still loud. I don't know why it's so loud. And I don't know what's going on there. You say like, yeah, it's your work, it's your livelihood, but I treat it like a farmer treats like a tractor. Like I just run it until it's in the dirt. You know, I'm not working with like space age.
Treat their tractors pretty well. I mean, I don't know too much. I wouldn't assume to know how a farmer treats his tractor too much.
They ride them hard, and then they hose them off, and then they shoot them up with some grease, and then they throw them in the barn, right?
Shoot the little grease canister
they
on
get
them.
the little boop, 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 and then they roll that fucker into the barn.
And they have sex with it.
Yeah.
They're fucking freaks.
Yeah, they go inside, they eat dinner, and then once the tailpipe's cooled down a little bit, they go back out there, make sweet love to it. Have you ever seen that picture of the guy fucking his tailpipe on his car? No? You've never seen that?
I don't.
You know, maybe, that guy like looked at his tailpipe and was like, that is the perfect diameter. That is perfect for me.
What? To put your penis, like, I don't.
Yeah, he puts his cock in it.
Metal against your penis, like.
I didn't say it was smart. I'm just saying, like.
But I just don't even get when people like look at a vacuum cleaner and they're like, blowjob. Like, how? Like, it's just like hard plastic or metal. Like, what part of that looks like?
You know what's always freaked me out about the getting your dick sucked by a vacuum cleaner is it's so insanely loud. No, it's just loud. It's I don't like someone's obviously going to be drawn to the sound of you fucking a vacuum cleaner, and even on the other side of a door, you'll hear it, and you'll know what like I'm assuming
people that fuck vacuum cleaners probably live on their own.
Oh, really? You think no roommates or nothing?
Oh, really? I mean, I don't have the statistics. Really? I would just assume, yeah.
Yeah.
This is how good we are doing our own research. We just make assumptions and then just, yep. Oh, shit, really?
Wealthy dudes that live on their own.
And they're all cool.
They got one vacuum cleaner for vacuuming and another one for fucking. And
they put a little bit of raw chicken in there first to kind of grease it.
Mm-hmm. There's this guy that got arrested for... He would turn his like patio table over on its side, and it had a hole where you put the umbrella.
Yeah.
And he would turn the table on its side and fuck the table, and then he would meticulously clean it, like the entire table. And his neighbors watched him do it a couple times, and they're like, "Dude, you can't just be coming out here and fucking your table every day, and then like rubbing it like it's a show car, you know, like buffing it to a shine. You can't be doing that, dude." So they called the cops on him. He got arrested. It's funny to make a habit out of that.
Yeah, call me old-fashioned, but what's wrong with your fucking hand? Or even if you're one of those sick perverts that's got a fleshlight or something.
Yeah.
Seems like anything with just a hole in it is not... I don't know why people think like, oh, I'm going to put my dick in that. Like table, car, like pickle jars. Like what part of that? I don't know. Woman. I just don't get why you'd want to. Yeah, women.
Why mess up what God gave you?
Dude's asshole or your hand. Yeah, I just don't get.
Millions of years of evolution has gone into making the perfect self-pleasing device.
It can change to fitting according to how small or big your penis is.
Balls or shaft.
Yeah,
it can handle anything. Yeah,
it's
put a finger down the pee hole. Like everything is. It's all right
in the
there.
Asshole and in the pee hole, and that can fit if you're the right size. You can get both those.
Has that been that down?
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. Oh, well, who am I to? You know, some people just want to fuck different things. I don't know. A table.
Yeah. Sure. You ever thought that like having sex with just your hand for your entire life is like having sex with one woman for your entire life?
No.
Oh,
I've never thought that. Is it? I mean, no. It's just like it's kind of beautiful self-pleasure. It really can be.
Yeah,
if done correctly.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
masturbation monogamy, where it's I just make love to this one hand. I don't cheat on it with anything.
Tables or vacuum cleaners. I mean, I was a kid once. I definitely thought like putting your dick in a vacuum cleaner is cool.
Yeah.
But I'd never brave it. You know. My mom bought a Dyson at a point, and it's like that'd probably definitely that'd deglove my fucking penis.
Well, the problem with the Dyson is like once you get the long part out, if you put your dick in there, what are the chances your dick gets hit by like a fan or something that's inside, like takes the tip off?
Yeah, it's also like I'm thinking
dangerous.
That's
like you're putting it in the machinery.
Yeah, I don't like putting my dick anywhere that's out of my comfort zone. And in machinery is definitely
like in women,
like mechanisms. Women, yeah. Once again, I never have sex, dude. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I think, and it's like I think when you're a kid, you think like blow job, like blowing. It's like kind of blow. It's like sucking and blow, like a vacuum cleaner. That's probably what a blow job feels like. You know, just a girl like. But then you make mistakes.
It turns out they don't do that.
Yeah. I've definitely talked about this before, I think, but it haunts me still to this day. Like the first time I tried to finger someone, I was, I'm not like 12 in this story, I'm like basically a full grown man. I'm like, oh, it's like fingering. It's like using your finger as like a penis. So I'm just like pressing the clit like a doorbell. It's like what I'm thinking. I'm just like, bang, bang, bang. She's like, some finesse or something. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I'm pretty sure this is what it is. And it's like, that's just, like blowjob. It's just like sucking on a penis like a vacuum cleaner.
Turns out it's not.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, it's actually absolutely nothing like that.
Yeah. Oh.
I still think eating a girl out requires a fork and a knife, dude. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. A little napkin around my shirt.
It's called eating out, but if I bite once, I'm in trouble.
Oh, God. What a horrifying thing as a woman if a guy tried to eat your pussy. That'd be one of the scariest things that could ever happen to you.
Eat me out, but with no teeth. Sans teeth, please.
Just like, I don't know. And then when I was talking earlier about like, I have a jerk off question. I was thinking about this the other day. When you like Indian burn someone.
Yeah.
What if you did that to your penis? If you were in a time crunch and you need to come really quick, you think that could work in a hand job pinch?
I don't know.
Just Indian burned it really fast, really hard.
Let me tell you something. I'll get back to you next episode. I'll let you know.
Yeah, but I think we've actually once talked about Indian burning a penis too.
No. Indian not like that's Indian starting a fire.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I've done the like wringing out a rag, but cock.
You've done that on your penis?
Yeah, I've done almost damn near everything to this. This penis is a grizzled war veteran.
Brian's expertise really comes in. What would Brian say right now?
Brian would be like,
actually, it will
first
make
of all,
come really hard.
He would be sitting all the way back and be like, yeah, that doesn't feel that great. I don't care for that.
It makes you come. It makes
and
you
then
come
he would
awesome.
lay back.
I'm playing Dark and Darker right now. Miss that guy. Curious that ever since, rest in peace, your mom passed, and I've never seen her and Brian in the same room. Now I haven't seen Brian since.
Yeah. Not one heartfelt message towards me, by the way. You really, yeah.
It's that type. It's that fighting game autism. Keeps you from
He's a fair weather friend, whereas Omid's just one of those despicable foul weather friends.
Omid just fucking brings. It's like he knows when I've got diarrhea. He's just always texting me. Come on, dude. I don't want to talk to anyone right now. It's like, how's your bubble guts going? I'm like, dude, fuck off. Why don't you ever text me when I'm pooping solid?
Yeah. When I'm having a good time, you're never here. It's only when I'm down. You're just there to scoop me up. I don't want friends like that. I want friends like Brian, where when I'm mourning, when I'm in a sad mood, I scurry off to the woods and he leaves me be. And then when I'm back,
you don't drag a dying dog out of the woods and put it by the fireplace. You let it. Talked about dying dogs a lot lately, but you don't.
Let me
you
do
let
my
them
thing.
go.
Yeah, and then when I want to reintroduce myself into society, he'll be there, and he'll act like nothing has happened.
Like where have you been?
Yeah, women make fun of guys because we'll just have like a friend and like talk to him for a while, and then they'll be like, "What's his name?" No idea. What does he do for a living?
Guy's my best fucking friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Brian's that guy. He would never ask a personal question ever, nor would he give like a personal answer to anything. I think I'm a little bit more inclined to learn about someone's past and their interests and their home life and stuff. Like we each know about each other's past. Brian has never
We've
never
also
once.
We probably also tell like way too many personal things on this
we
podcast
do.
where Brian is
totally.
almost never brought up a personal like anecdote.
Anything. Yeah.
Which
I don't even know what he likes. I don't know what he dislikes. I really don't know a lot about him, to be honest.
I'm not even sure Brian's his real first name. I mean, it could very easily be something else.
He's like a complete enigma to me. I have no idea what's going on there. But we'll figure him out. We'll figure him out eventually.
We get another chance to really crack that nut.
Yeah. I don't even know if
TwitchCon we really...
Mia's like living with him now, and I don't even know if she knows much about him.
I don't know anything about Mia either. I mean, they're both... She's a lot more open.
You know who knows the most is Bizzle.
Steve. Oh.
Bizzle pries in there. If there's
Bizzle's
anybody
good at getting into that nutshell.
Yeah, first he gives you like a little sneak peek about himself. You know?
He shows you that where he got that open heart war surgery, and there's just robotics in his skin.
Yeah, so. The insurgents cut out his heart, and then he grabbed it back and stuffed it back into his chest.
They put him in an Iron Man cave, and he had to build a machine. And then he goes, and then what are you from? Where are you grow up?
Yeah. All right, now I've told you my deepest, darkest secret. Now you tell me a little bit something about yourself. And
he just goes 8 inches hard. Now tell me a little bit about yourself. Fuck. It's really cool. Fuck me. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He gives you a little bit.
He's let me know. He's like, Brian actually does. He does have feelings deep down in there. And I said, I don't believe you. And he goes, I've done digging. There is a human deep down in there. But it's weird that he was able to accomplish what Rick Levine was unable to. Isn't that weird?
Well, Rick Levine tried to use magic against Brian, which is also not going to work. Because whatever his people are probably like
anti-magic.
Anti-magic. I don't think he comes off like an anti-magic kind of guy. I don't know. In his eyes.
Brian's like 100% Muggle. Like he's got full Muggle DNA. Yeah. Magic does not even faze him in any way.
Yeah.
But Bizzle's harnessing years of therapy and shit, so he's been able to somehow mind break him.
Therapy. I've had a couple. The podcast will end and you'll leave. I'm like, how are you, Brian? We'll talk for a second. It's you can definitely talk to him like people. Like he's got people in him.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
At least a fraction of one.
I've always liked getting to know someone, that's more in real life. Online, it's a little bit harder to, like, this guy clearly doesn't want to talk about his personal life. Let me pry. But if you've got them stuck in real life in a place they can't leave, Brian can always just leave the call. But if I've got someone trapped, I can really kind of break in, try to learn, force my way into like being their friend, learning about them. Like at the weaponry.
Like at the back corner of a Carrot Top show, like we could corner them, like in a place like that. That would be horrific.
It's really rude to get up during a Carrot Top set.
That's true. I was
They'll call on you.
we were looking at ticket prices, and the guy was like, "Which ones do you want me to get?" And I was like, "Get the dirt cheapest seats, because if we'll be able to get away with talking at the back rows, but if we're at the front rows and we talk, he'll like think we're heckling or something." And we'll get called on. And the one thing I don't want is there to be a video of Carrot Top dunking on me on Twitter or something.
It's maybe worse than the Jeff Dunham puppets dunking on you, because people probably forgot Carrot Top was even alive. And then you get that kind of controversy going. I really hate when comedians are too interactive. We talked about this last time with the Dave Chappelle thing, but like, you don't want to be front row at Carrot Top, because what if he's like, I need someone to come on stage so I don't even know what he does. Like hit him with a watermelon or something. I don't even know what he'd do, but you know what? That's the fear of failure. That's the fear, trying new things. It could be a really good time going up on that, because you think anyone in that Carrot Top stage is going to recognize you besides the people you came with. You could maybe have a really good moment with Carrot Top up there.
I could, yeah.
Or what's that guy's name? Like if Pauly Shore came out from behind the curtain or something, you got a cool crossover.
I know I definitely have said this before, but I saw a Joe Rogan thing where Pauly Shore was like, yeah, like I don't get it. I made a movie and it did good, and then I made another movie and it didn't do so good. and then I made like another movie and it did worse, and then the people just don't like my character no more. And I was like I guess he had hinged all of his success on this one very specific character type. Not so much like an actor, like he I guess had created like a persona, and he even had a dumbass name for it. And
was it the what's it called? Like
he's like the brat or something.
No,
like,
it's like kind of like that one movie, but not. It's fuck. I know what you're talking about because I've heard him call himself it.
Yeah, he has like a name for his own character, and it's just like his own recurring character, like he's fucking Cheech and Chong or something. And he just, what's funny is even after all these years, he is baffled. You can tell he does not understand. Why don't they like it? What happened? It was funny now, but it's not. It's that whole SpongeBob episode where he's like ripping his pants over and over again. He's like, why aren't people laughing? I've ripped my pants 7 times.
What the fuck is it? Also, okay, it's funny that I guess I brought up Pauly Shore, but it's funny that you bring him up because I just saw on Facebook the other day, for some reason, early Facebook, it was like you added friends that were celebrities, but now it's following, blah, blah, blah. So they still post, but most of the time it's like, this is clearly not Adam Sandler still posting on Facebook every day, or Kevin Hart or whatever.
Yeah, they have
a bunch
like
of people when you're like
10.
You're like, and they're always like, oh, I love my Facebook friends so much. Pauly Shore had one where I'm like, this is probably Pauly Shore actually on the official. I don't know why it was suggested for me, but it was just a pretty sad post about him. I don't even want to show it because I might show something from Facebook, but it's about him really wanting to play Richard Simmons in a biopic. And it's this whole long post about like, you got like my fans, I need you to hit up Hulu, Amazon, Disney, HBO, all the big producers. I definitely can morph into this guy. I'll see you at the Academy Awards 2025. Like, this could be his next big get back. So if we get our podcast fans, we get everyone, hit up your local
this
producers.
Is recent?
This is a day ago.
A day ago? He
really wants to play Richard Simmons in a biopic.
Yeah, they have the same demeanor.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know, a little freak or something. I don't know what they are, but
he's gonna have to change his persona a little bit. He's gonna have to be way gayer, I think. But what's funny is
gonna be hard for Pauly Shore, but
Richard Simmons was like this fitness guru, right?
I don't know shit about Richard Simmons, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still like.
Yeah, but he's always been like out of shape. He's always been like.
That's why Pauly Shore could easily. You don't need to look.
It'd be like if I
Dave
had
Bautista.
a fitness empire. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
But it's also from that era, right? Where we talked about before, where it's like you go to the mall to work out and a machine just shakes you. And you're like, I'm losing weight. That's my grandma used to go to the gym.
That's like 1940s. Like,
I don't know how old this guy is.
He was like 80s and 90s. Like, it was way after pumping iron. People knew how to work out. There was like science and shit. And he's just like, yeah, like wrist weights.
It's like, he's
the
like
maracas.
a Zumba, right? He's like the original Zumba
he's
instructor.
Like a little dancing guy where they like dance with weights and stuff.
Well, yeah, some people don't like to fucking pump iron. They want to. I don't know. I need to maybe catch up on what Richard Simmons really does.
Was it Taibo or whatever, the boxing one where people like dance and box? Even those instructors were absolutely shredded. They did not get shredded doing that. You could tell they just worked out in conventional ways, but. It's I feel like if you're gonna have like a fitness show, you should probably be fit.
If you look up Richard Simmons now, the first article, Pauly Shore won't give up on Richard Simmons biopic. This is what he needs.
It's funny that he also Pauly Shore, a kind of like a not relevant celebrity, wants to make a biopic about Richard Simmons, another not quite relevant celebrity. I just feel like it's not somebody that you should make a biopic about.
Okay, now we're gonna have to address this. Is it pronounced biopic or biopic?
Biopic. I don't know. Biopic.
You said biopic twice, and I don't know if I've ever heard that. But then I also don't know if I've ever heard someone say biopic. It is one word.
Biopic. I don't know.
It's probably I feel like it would be
biopic.
I don't know. You say a lot of things wrong though, so
I do, yeah.
we need someone
Like what?
You know, let's do our own research. It's now pronounced biopic.
Biopic.
Like water and fucking. You say
What's wrong
picture.
with water?
You
What's
say
wrong with picture? What's wrong with
You don't
picture?
say it with a C.
What's wrong with pitcher?
Pitcher.
What's wrong
Because I
with
always think you're
pitcher?
talking about a pitcher of water.
Water? Pitcher?
You
What's
say
wrong with
things
that shit?
Stupid, dude. I don't know.
Old?
Biopic.
Get some
Is that
old?
how maybe that is how you say it. Richard Simmons is old as hell.
Yeah, he's old as shit.
still alive?
That fro's gotten so thin. You can see right through it. It's
75?
like a veil. You can see straight through the top of his afro.
He literally in this picture. It looks like a wig at this point, and he's starting to look. I hate to keep bringing him up. I don't want it to be a recurring theme. He really looks like a Jeff Dunham puppet in this picture. He does not look like a real man. Like that's not what a 75-year-old
Oh no, I'm
should
sorry.
look like.
His afro is not getting see through. His hairline is moving back, and so his afro is getting smaller and smaller. It's a good look, though.
Yeah. Pauly Shore could definitely look.
You know what's funny is that guy was never in great shape during his fitness empire times, but
You're really
as a
pissed about
75-year-old, that's pretty good for you. Say 75.
it. Yeah. I
That
don't know if
is
this picture was taken this year.
oh,
but
okay. I was about to say that's insanely
it's
good
gotta be
looking for a
kind of
75.
recent. That's him. Okay, that's him in 2011,
Okay,
12 years ago, but
Yeah,
still not
no.
bad.
yeah, not bad for his age for sure.
He looks like my grandma, but he's not bad.
It's funny how like that hair. I mean, yeah, he just looks like an old lady, like the older, because they all get
Well, he's
that like
also wearing
Q-tip
like
look.
a little gold dress.
That outfit rocks, dude.
Yeah, we need to
Outfit
get
rocks.
outfits like that for Vegas. I mean, that's a classic Vegas outfit. What gold member underwear?
I'm gonna get some fucking Wayne Newton hair where it's just like dyed straight black.
We need some fun in our lives. You know, we've had a pretty tough month, so we need to get some.
Yeah.
What is this, like a sequins dress?
Yeah, it's some sort of
Kind of. Some
Those are like the
sort of
largest
boxers.
sequins I've ever seen. They're like gold coins almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
then
don't
some
know.
sort of
that outfit would
satin-
rock though.
Oh my god, dude! Imagine
But
how great your
imagine-
balls feel in that, just free down there. Nothing but
Imagine-
satin touching them.
You wear that in Vegas at the Carrot Top show, and there's a big time movie producer in the audience. It's like this guy's the next Richard Simmons for the biopic, and then Pauly Shore fucking doesn't get the big part. You know what that do to him?
Yeah, he would kill me.
What's his fucking name,
especially
like the Creep or
if-
something? What's his little name? Like the Wiz, or it's got some stupid little name.
Especially when they go like guy that's now Richard Simmons in the new biopic. Here's what he said about Pauly Shore, and it plays clips of me dumping on him earlier. Dumbass bitch. Thought people would like his stupid ass little character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
it's
like
called.
the Wiz. I forget, it is something like that. He had like a little name
it's-
for it.
But the Wiz is also something totally different. So did he just take that from the movie, the musical, or whatever?
I'm not gonna lie. I've had the trailer playing for Cyberpunk 2077, the DLC. It's just been playing on my right monitor this
Is
entire
the audio
episode.
fucking going into the?
No, I don't have the audio on. It just
Okay.
looks. Honestly, I talk so much shit about this game. It looks awesome.
We do this a lot though, where we just talk shit about something and then
Turn around and love it.
Yeah.
Like women, like
jerking off with a vacuum cleaner. Pauly Shore movie characters.
yeah.
Jeff Dunham,
Richard
Carrot Top,
Simmons.
like-
I have a box
Yeah.
set of all of his workouts. I love him.
I fucking love Jeff Dunham, dude. Like, I think he's the funniest fucking guy. If Jeff Dunham and Dane Cook could do a duo comedy, you see,
That'd be
Dane
good.
Cook just got
A double
hitched.
feature.
He just got married to
Yeah, he got married to like a 23-year-old or something.
yeah, and they've been dating since she was like 18.
How
was like-
old's he again? He's like 50.
Yeah, he's old. I think he's 47 or something.
You know what's fucking weird is
Dane and Cook.
I always felt like my brother kind of reached beyond what was okay to date. Not like unethically, but
He's 51. Jesus Christ.
like my brother would like he would date people that were like 5 or 6 years younger than him. And
No.
I would even talk to these people and be like,
What do you have in common?
yeah, like what do you know, what's going on there? There's too much of a
Yeah.
generational divide. because his ex-wife, she would like mention like vines and stuff, and he's like, "What the fuck is Vine?" Like he doesn't
Like from what Tarzan swings on. She's like, "Who's Tarzan?"
He's completely out of the loop. Like, what
From
the
the
fuck are
books?
you talking about? You know, so it's
Yeah.
What the hell do you have in common with someone that's 20 something years younger than you?
I always my best friends, his mom, his dad is I think 20 years older than his mom or something, and we always gave him a lot of shit for that, and thought, I mean, it is kind of creepy. Like we'd always talk about like he went to the hospital and like that one, I want that one day, like picked her out, but they also kind of fall into like this world where just rich old dude marry young girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, their marriage has been, it seems like nothing but a disaster for most of my life. But I'm sure Dan Cook's got it figured out. So
Yeah.
And if they have a kid right now, that kid's friends will definitely not make fun of him for his entire life about it.
I think it also, I guess, if you have a fulfilling social life and fulfilling relationships outside of marriage, then you could have something like that. You know what I mean? Like if you have a really robust social life and you have just like good, long-standing friends that are your age and stuff, then
So
yeah,
you're
I could totally
Okay
just
with
see
having a
being-
wife that you don't get along with or no, like can joke with.
No, I think it would be more of like I'm getting a wife that's more like transactional sex type relationship.
Trophy wife.
Yeah, trophy wife type thing.
At that point, though,
I could see doing that, but I don't think
Buy a
I would
sex
personally
bot.
do it. Yeah, I would definitely just get. Well, Dyson just came out with a new vacuum cleaner that
vacuum
apparently
cleaner that can also blow and
yeah,
suck.
it's a wet vacuum
It's wet,
cleaner.
yeah, it's also a mop. Yeah, it's got a little mop tongue on it. That dude, you could fuck one of those mops. Like
Yeah.
you could just, if I just had a big fucking mop, throw it around on my dick for a while. I mean, I'd definitely come after a while. But
After
yeah,
getting
you know-
like wet rope burn all over your dick. What are you talking about?
yeah, it
Are you
develops my
are you
penis
talking
worse
about the
than the
spinning ones?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you crank the shaft and it spins
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Woo!
It's just like looks like one of those.
It'd be
this
like
is a
putting
gross
your
way to
dick
describe it,
through a
but it looks
car
like
wash.
One of those dogs. Yeah, yeah, car wash. If you just strap me to the roof of a car naked, threw me through a car wash. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I was in Dan Cook's shoes. Maybe I do the same thing a lot of streamers do when they, 50-year-old streamers when they get to that
Yeah,
age.
there's a lot of those.
Yeah,
Are there any?
podcasters.
There's like Toast Rack. That's about it. He's like the only old guy I can think of.
Is that the guy that's also? I was about to say Pestely's dad or whatever, but that is
Yeah.
him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Aqua. I mean, yeah, I don't.
Aqua just radiates old man energy, but he's not that old.
He would be such a good cabin mate in Christmas time. Just
Yeah.
just a guy to like, be on a snuggled up in a rocking chair next to.
Yeah. He's definitely like you ever seen The Hateful Eight?
Yeah.
You know, when they go in there and they kill everybody and then they take that old man and they sit him down. They're like, you just add something to the place. You sit here and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's
He'd be good
like
to
what,
have this one.
yeah, if you just bring Aqua and just kind of like put it like a decoration, you just put him there and be like, "Man, just make this place seem alive." He'd be like, all right.
He's like the grandpa that didn't get to go on the adventure in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Like, you just put him in a big bed with a couple other old people. Give him, here's Game Boy or whatever the hell he likes. Here's Mario. You just give him a big diaper. He would be such a treat to just
I saw
have.
someone like breaking down the premise of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and like how all those old people are laid up in beds. And this is, I'm assuming, like mid 1800s, late 1800s England is what's supposed to be, right? Like turn of the century maybe. And
I didn't pay a ton of attention to the setting when I was like 8 watching
and
that.
all these old people are just laid up in beds doing nothing, and they're bedridden. And then as soon as this boy comes home with a fucking chocolate bar, the grandpa gets up and starts dancing. He's like, "Whoa, yeah, we're going to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory." And like the mom and the dad have been just working themselves to death trying to support all
there's
these old
definitely
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called weaponized incompetence or something like that. And
I love weaponized incompetence.
it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
What the?
Eppy,
pedophile.
I can't put this in the dishwasher?
Yeah.
What?
Women love it too when you do it to them.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to bite the pussy? What? I guess I don't do this anymore.
Sometimes it just is genuine incompetence.
It's 99%
It's fun to
of the
then
time.
turn that into going, you idiot, I was just weaponizing my incompetence. I knew I was
The only
stupid.
time I really have weaponized it is I convinced my uncle I didn't know how to read a tape measure, and so he never asked for my help working on his house. I was like, I have no idea, like, an inch? What the hell is that? And he was like, this boy don't know how to read a tape measure, as if I was like completely
Yeah, like this guy
retarded.
probably needs to go to like special needs school. It's probably what he's thinking. It's literally the number.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it's just a
wait,
number.
you can break down an inch into 16ths? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, uncle,
And-
my penis is 20 inches long. I figured out how to work it.
He's like, all right, just get your brother
Yeah,
here.
just
And Zach's too much of a goddamn people pleaser. He's like, oh yeah, I know how to read a tape measure. Every
I can read
weekend
it
of
better
his,
than him.
every weekend of his
1
was
centimeter, 2
gone.
centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter.
He was abducted for work at my uncle's
Yeah.
place every weekend. But yeah. Anyways, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, old people.
Was it old people?
Charlie in the chocolate factory, and they're old.
Yeah. That's just honestly inconsiderate behavior if you're gonna lay up in bed and not. He could have been in a factory somewhere. Because his little grandkid that got the
Maybe he's
chocolate bar, he was
retired.
probably working in the retired. If you can get up and dance like I can't even dance like that. If you can get up and dance like that and click your heels and shit, you can get your ass down to the factory. Okay, you don't retire and live off of your Helena Bonham Carter and the other guy.
When you're that old, you should have one fit of energy that good and then die right after.
Yeah.
You should get to use it once.
Unless you die after doing that dance, you get your ass back to the factory.
No, I'm still alive. I have to work. God, please. Yeah.
But it's
I
a
know.
good point, I think.
Yeah, I think people have been talking about that like since the fucking movie came out. Like, it's just, what is he doing?
Yeah, why is he
Why, can they
dancing a
all
lot?
do that in that bed? Are they all like, if he had picked another one, would they have gotten up and danced too? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I need to. They're making a new one. Have you seen the trailer for the new one? It looks
it's
so
got
bad.
Timothy Chalamet in it.
Yeah, the little Hugh Grant Oompa Loompa looks so freaky.
I honestly think the original was just good on its own. It crossed weird boundaries between. It was like very fantastical and adventure filled,
Yeah.
and then it got creepy. It turned almost into like a horror movie.
When they're in the tunnel,
Yeah, when they're in the tunnel, and then the I don't know.
that kid dies or whatever.
Yeah, and you feel like, is there an exit to this place? Like you feel
Is
like
there
you're
a
just
hell? Is there heaven?
What's happening here? Yeah.
Or is this old guy gonna die after dancing that much?
Why does this guy have slaves?
Yeah. What are these little things?
But then it has a happy ending. He gives away all of his slaves to the little boy.
Yeah, little boy, now you have to work forever from now on. You're 10.
Yeah.
You get to own
You're the
these
new
people.
you're the new
Yeah.
slave master.
They're not
Yeah.
people, so you don't have to treat them like it. They're called
turn
Oompa
to-
Loompas.
If you don't sell that chocolate and get good profits, they start eating each other if they run out of food. So you have to be a good
These-
businessman at 11 years old.
Are freaky deekies, and your grandpa's going to die in a year. You're going to be left with all this. And then they made that one with Johnny Depp that I watched like one time. And I remember I remember being, I think, a lot of the stuff when you were a kid, I was probably parodying my parents that were like, all I need is the original. This one sucks. And I remember watching and be like, this is not as good as the original. And it wasn't. And now they're doing it again. And I feel like it's not going in any direction enough. Like it just seems weird. I don't know. The trailer just looked really bad.
Yeah.
Like I hope it's, I
Wait,
never
is
want
this
a movie
supposed to be like an origin story? Because I'm fine with that. If they did like an origin story for,
I think it's because like in the whatever like 2006 one or whatever the fuck that came out, they kind of delved into like him finding the Oompa Loompas.
yeah, he
and
basically
his dentist
stole them out
dad
of the
and stuff.
Amazon or something.
Yeah,
he went down there.
They
and
love chocolate. And
they
he's
love,
like,
yeah.
make you chocolate.
He's like, I'm gonna take these little uncontacted
That's
people
like one of
and
the only
stow
parts
them
of that
away
movie I remember is
in this
like-
factory.
basically they're just like an uncontacted tribe and they're eating bugs and stuff and he's like I'm a god, you're gonna work for me now. are they even orange in that one, or they're just like kind of like jungle people?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. He's ruined these people. He took them from their
Just that
homeland.
one little actor.
He put them
He's
in a
other stuff,
factory.
yeah. And he's just like, yeah. Do they like it? I don't know
Well, he's told them that the only thing that's of importance in this world is chocolate, and so he pays them in chocolate.
He makes he's basically got them on that fucking like coal miner money
Yeah.
where they can only
you get
use a chocolate
$1
coin. Yeah. You can spend it on
He's
chocolate.
really doing these people dirty, it's funny that it's an enduring thing where people, I don't think, have really called into question the morality of it.
Well, and I think maybe they're trying
even at the times.
They're trying to get away with it now with being like, they weren't an uncontacted tribe. Now they're like little Hugh Grants or something. Like they're probably magical. I guess. And well, it's still like, is that better? I don't know. It's like a little fairy or something that wants to make chocolate, I guess.
I guess trapping mythical creatures in a factory to make chocolate is, I guess, a little bit better.
It'd be definitely cooler movie if you had like minotaurs working in the factory and stuff. But they're not
with little hairnets on their big dongs as they hang down into the chocolate.
Yeah, and they're just like go on break and smoke crack and fuck each other. But instead, they're a little orange guy. It's not super appealing to me as a consumer, and I wish we could get something new.
No, I like it. I think I was just always concerned that there wasn't enough of them. It seemed to only be like
1,000
20
on screen.
Yeah. I want
like a Clone Wars fucking era, just like CGI fucking army of them.
I want to see an Oompa Loompa die and then they drag him off and throw him into.
Do they have women?
I don't think so. I think they're all just. Why do they do the song and dance? I always thought that was weird. They never have a single guest, and then they just have like this pre-choreographed little. Not even a dance. It's like a dance that midgets can do.
Dance.
Not a lot of like arm and leg movement.
Yeah. Head shake. Oh no!
A
shake
big
too
head
far,
wobble.
Big ass head, He'll fall on the ground.
Dude, we have to have one person in the audience that's a dwarf.
Dwarf.
Yeah. Dude, you're awesome. If you're a dwarf and you listen to the show, you fucking rock. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you. My sister went to school with a dwarf. I didn't even. Whoa! Don't come after me, PC police. Or are you supposed to call them still shrinkies? I never know. Yeah. And his family. It was really. Almost just said really funny. It wasn't fun. Like it was just. It's just a culture shock from where we're from. You just don't see a lot of dwarves
up here.
Up here. Yeah. You don't see a lot of them up
it's
here.
A whole different culture, 3 feet and above.
Well, it's like they're battling insects and rats and stuff. So.
Yeah, praying mantis is a completely different oddity to them.
It's a different world, and they drive these little cars.
It's a much more dangerous world down there.
They take dumbwaiters like elevators. Like it's just different.
The novelty of Stuart Little is definitely like not for them. There's like, so what? It's a goddamn story of my life. Driving this little car.
Yeah,
around.
A little bird drove a plane around me too. Okay, what's fucking? Wow, big deal, big whoop. He's not even that small. I was way smaller than Stuart Little when I was a kid. What? Well, I don't even want to say his name because it's like probably doxing, but this kid also had like kind of like a mythical dwarf name, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like they kind of just went all in. Like they gave him like it's basically the equivalent of like Strong Fist Iron Mountain. Like he just had a really cool name.
They probably had a name like Jacob picked out, and then when he came out, they're like, "Now we're changing that. We got to give him like a mythical name."
Well, it's funny too because his parents were like a doctor and lawyer. And they're really serious, and then at one school party thing, they just got fucking wasted, and the mom was like, like dancing on tables, swinging from chandeliers and shit. And she was like, "Oh, he's so stern," and then to see her loosen up is nice, It's like. She thought she was in safe company. She wasn't. I mean, I was dying laughing. It was awesome.
Are you of the opinion that alcohol, does it show your true self, or does it, or do you think it just alters you?
I don't know. I would you would like to think for certain people, like friends, that get really aggressive and stuff. It's like, I don't know if this is really it definitely lowers your inhibitions and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if my true self. I don't know if it's that simple. I don't know if we have a true self like that.
True self.
I don't think it's true self. I think it's just it makes everything a lot easier. You can, when I get really drunk, I mean, I probably am just a people pleaser, but I really, I'm just fucking talking. I'm complimenting everyone. I'm all over the place. So it's like I wouldn't even mind that to be my true self. It's like, hey, it's just this really cool guy that likes to party. But then it's, I've got friends where they get drunk and it's like, if this is your true self, you're not a good person.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd like to believe that.
Yeah. There's some people that I've said, enough alcohol's. I told Bizzle that. I said, yeah, there's beer in the fridge. Don't have any. That's off limits for you, dog. Yeah. You can have any other substance you want in this house, but alcohol is off limits for you.
There's beer everywhere in this house. Don't fucking drink it.
Yeah, don't touch it.
I mean, that's one thing I'm glad about is that I'm not like a mean drunk for as much as I drink. It's probably wouldn't get away with it as much. It's like, oh. But yeah, I don't know. Because people always say like drunk. What you say when you're drunk or sober thoughts. But I've also found you get on, a bender with some friends. You can get in this loop where it's like you never really even out enough. Where you can have some serious deep talks with a guy where, and this is not from personal experience, this didn't happen like a month ago or whatever, but like the guy starts saying some like pretty grim stuff. And, it's like everything's so negative and the outlook's so bad. And like, I hate the world. Like, I hate working. Like, I hate all this. And, and I'm like, oh, yeah, everything fucking sucks. But then when you sober up, it's like, that's not really how I think. I was just drunk for 3 days in a row. Yeah. And I'm just getting in a progressively worse mood. And you're not really, taking everything. You don't take everything into consideration or... I don't know. Maybe.
You know what? I think of it the same way as weed. It's like it's a mood enhancer for me. If I'm having a bad time and I smoke, I'm gonna have a worse time. If I'm having a bad time and I drink, it doesn't like alleviate my bad time at all. I just kind of sit there and slump into more of a depressive. I'm just drunk and depressed.
Alcohol's like an upper for me. I don't know.
If I'm having a good time and I drink, great time. Absolutely. But I won't touch it if I'm in like a depressed mood. Well, usually if you're depressed, you're by yourself. I mean, who the fuck drinks by themselves? And I know somebody. I knew somebody.
I've done it last night. And then I got in like a fugue state. Yeah, night before, day before that, day before that. Well, it's it's like it helps on stream too. Sometimes just loosen up, and I don't have to worry about like, oh my god, there's people watching. It just kind of wipes away anxieties. Which is nice, but you can't get too reliant on that. Oh my god, my water glass is way over here. I'm not even fucking
just keep them locked, dude. You need to learn the scholar's steeple, where you put your fingers together. Yeah, the authoritative stance.
Yeah,
talk with just our hands behind our backs.
But this doesn't feel natural. I mean, it's hard to even talk without using my hands.
I feel like I'm gonna shatter my arms if they're back here. People that walk around with their hands behind their back are fucking weird.
We talked about
that last time.
I do that when I'm walking through an antique store sign.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's nice. Well, also, I'm worried that sometimes I'm genuinely worried that I'm gonna knock sign over with my hands
because
when I'm talking.
As you're constantly moving your hands around like that when you talk.
It's good to keep the fucking guns in check. Check them at the door. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about. Something about being a sad drunk or something. That doesn't sound like me.
No, that doesn't.
But, oh yeah, you can't get too reliant on drinking. Guys, if you're out there drinking, come on, guys, don't drink. We have some good PSAs on here.
Yeah.
Don't drink, guys.
Don't drink.
Don't smoke fucking
unless you're happy.
Dude.
If you're happy, you can drink as much as you want.
It'll make you even more happy.
It will.
If you feel like, oh yeah, I'm on top of the world, start drinking.
And if you feel sad, take mushrooms, then start drinking.
Yeah.
And it'll
smoke
even
some
out.
cigarettes.
Yep.
Drink something heavy like scotch out of a glass. I would like to start
drink it
getting to that
quick.
point in my life. Yeah, because I'm still on beer, you know. I'd like to just be a guy where I just drink a couple glasses of bourbon. I've got a fucking revolver on the table. Because right now I'm not anywhere near that. But I'm just so, like, I would like to get there. You know, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just looking at the fucking glass.
What pisses me off is I don't think I'm capable of appreciating, like, alcohol in that way.
I hate
like liquor.
Yeah.
I like liquor because I'm drinking for the effect of getting drunk, but I don't like beer, the taste enough to sit there and slam multiple beers to get drunk.
So full of liquid all the time. I mean,
but if
that's why I'm pissing.
I have to drink substantially less liquor to get drunk, so I just go with that method. If they could boil it, if like they served moonshine, I'd be all over that. Because the moonshine,
you can get moonshine places.
You can get. You know what's sketchy about moonshine is if they fuck it up, you drink it and you go blind.
Well, that can also happen with how much you're jerking off. So I mean, we take risks with life.
Life's all about risks. I didn't think about that.
Fortune favors the bold.
It does. I could be just drinking and jacking off left and right, but I'd have my life in my hands.
You could, try to get blind by doing that. I want hairy hands and I want to be blind.
At somebody's wedding, this guy pulls out like a mason jar of moonshine. He's like, I made this. It's my greatest creation. Everybody have some. And I took the first shot and I was like, what the fuck am I thinking? Like afterwards, I was already drunk when I started drinking it, but like I've just seen those videos where people drink it, boom, eyesight's gone. It's just completely gone. Never to come back.
I wonder if I feel like I had a lot of moonshine making family. I don't know if any of them ever went blind, but
it's something about like the very first.
Is that real?
It's real. It's something. Somebody in the comments will know what it is, but it's when you're producing it, the very top of once it's in the still and it's finished, the very top, like the very first portion you pour out, is concentrated like. Methanol
poison.
Instead of ethanol or something, and if that's you pour that out as like a tribute to the forest or something, they're like, we always pour the first bit out. What it is you're pouring out the toxic bit, where if you drink it something about it eats your optical nerves like immediately.
I mean, we're not addressing also how epically weaponized, I guess. You could make that top layer. You could just blind people.
Yeah, you just, hey, dude, have some of my moonshine. Blind somebody. Boom.
Yeah, here, drink this. Okay, sure. Blind forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's insane. I remember there was this movie. I don't remember anything else about the movie, but it was just like one of those trashy little action
Ray
movies
Charles movie
from the early 2000s, maybe 90s. But it was this guy that was like
to the grave,
bringing a subordinate into his office, and before he goes in there, he has a microscope where he turns the dial to like focus it, and when you turn the dial, razor blades come out of the eye holes like X-Acto knives.
Almost somewhat familiar.
And like you see, he tries it. He just makes sure it works, and then he retracts them back in, and he calls the guy into his office. He's like, hey. That new sample is it's working out great. Why don't you take a look? And the guy's like, okay. And he's looking. He's like, I don't see anything. He's like, oh, adjust the knob.
Yes,
and like you're on the edge of your seat the whole time you're watching this scene. But I just remember that from that scene, and it's much more roundabout way of just why not just give him a little shot
him in the head while he was. That's one of my favorite bits in that show, Eagle Heart, is he's dressed like a doctor and he goes undercover. And he goes up to a guy and he's like, have you read this autopsy report? It says you were strangled to death. And the guy's reading, and you're like, oh, he's going to strangle him. And then a bullet just shoots through the paper and like blows his head off. And it's just a complete subversion. He just shoots him instead. But, like completely unnecessary setup.
There's like these Australian YouTubers that they have a great sketch comedy YouTube channel. And I don't know the name of it. But they have one of their
Shout out
videos.
those
It's
guys.
like it's like 30 to 40 seconds long. It's so short. It's just a guy sitting on a couch and he goes like, "Hey bro, can you get me a Coke?" And the guy's like, "Fine." And he opens up the fridge and he grabs the Coke. He looks at it and he shakes it up for like 20 seconds. He's just shaking it. Oh yeah. He's like, "Here's your Coke, man." And when the guy goes to crack it open, he just pulls a gun out and blows his fucking head off. And it's like you don't see it
like
coming.
that.
I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna open the Coke." I'm so ready for it. And
is one of the guys bald and one of them has long hair?
yeah,
Is it Anti-Donna or something?
maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Look it up. See if it's fucking dumb. I've seen a couple of their things, but I've never.
We got Australian Coke can.
I just remember that they were Australian or New Zealander, so they had that funny voice. I don't know.
They're bottom side of the planet type people. They got the crazy voices down
They're
there.
basically from Antarctica, so that place is a hellhole.
Yeah.
Oompa Loompas from Antarctica. That would be cool. Put that in the new movie. They find little Eskimos. They make them eat chocolate. I'm running out of ideas, dude. I'm so fucking shot. I'm never going to make it. Not in this industry.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Kind
It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm getting out of here. This was a good episode.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Guys,
We petered out.
patrons.
We lost
Yeah,
it. The
it's gonna-
tank's empty. It's almost
I had
5
2
o'clock.
Celsius, and I'm so tired.
I was gonna go get another one, and then I
It's
remembered.
just really making me have to piss.
I looked up the caffeine, how much caffeine you're supposed to have in the day. It's so horrifying. I go way over it.
Someone else said this too. They were like, "What's the daily recommended amount?" It's not.
Yeah.
It's not how much you're supposed to have. It's like the maximum.
Yeah, we talked about
I
it
know
last
that's what
time.
you meant. We talked. I'm having deja vu.
Well, it's like doing it every once in a while is
400,
fine,
yeah.
but maxing out your recommended caffeine every day, I have a goddamn my ticker's gonna go out. I have a heart attack.
I'm kind of speed running a heart pop because I'm just.
Well, I knew something
tired
was
and I
fucked
just
up
try to beat
yesterday.
it.
I'm on 2 different blood pressure medications, by the way. And yesterday I went to go like bend over to do something, and I could just like my face just felt like I was like a tick or something that was just ready to pop. Like I was like,
gross.
there was just so much pressure in my head from
You're gonna
my
get like a little cut and it's just gonna fucking Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino.
Exactly. And I don't know what gives, dude. There's way too much pressure built up in here. It's all this rage. I have all this rage.
Yeah, you
under
do
this
have a
skin.
lot of rage.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next month we'll get back after a little vacation. Things will get back to normal, guys. We'll have a big episode 110 celebration, and what's the guy? Brian will be back.
Grind.
Stupid joke. That's not even funny. I mean, I'm just like really trying for something, dude. Fuck. Brian will be back. Whatever.
Brian seems like if it's not past 9 o'clock, he is not showing up. I think we did like our first year of episodes during the day, and he was like, and then we discovered nighttime. You know, it was like,
Yeah, that
we
was a
could do these
beautiful time,
later. And but
good
he was
era.
always there for the first year. He was fine, but now he's like, whoa, before I clock out. He acts like he's doing stuff at work. He's not doing it anymore.
Ideally, like 7 would be awesome.
Nah, that's not
we
working.
just can't because you're fucking family.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
7
well, we all
is
make
about the time.
sacrifices.
About 7 o'clock. That's when I'm brushing the kids' teeth, and they're getting a little bath time.
Okay, 5 o'clock.
And then that's when I'm cooking and cleaning.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Abby does all this shit, dude. You weaponize her in confidence.
No. Honestly, legitimately, my actual work, like what I consider work, is from 5 to 9. It's hell from here on until 9 o'clock because I go upstairs. The kids are going like running around, and Abby is cooking. I clean up the kitchen afterwards, which takes me fucking forever because I am stupid and slow. And then the kids need a bath. Then the kids need a toothbrush. Then the kids need the books read to them. Madeline's starting to have homework and stuff, so now you need to like separate them and be like, Olivia, you go like stare at the wall or whatever, play with toys. Madeline, you need to like read and stuff. But
my little cousin the other day was like, "Oh, before you leave this family function I only went to get some leftovers because it's it's the Italian part of my step family, so I know they're catering good. So I brought a fucking Tupperware, you know, like I'm leaving there with some fucking food for the week. And my little cousin's like, hey, do you know how to do this? It's like basic math, like 7th grade math. So can you help me with this? I can't even fucking read that. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, there's letters
And
in there. I'm good.
He was like, dude, like, really? I'm like, no, dude. Like, I don't know.
We
what that
hire
is.
people for that. They're
Yeah,
called CPAs. So,
Yeah, I'm going to get one of those.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
I'm done.
so stinking bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go piss.
Bye, viewers.
Bye.